Can you guys give any hints for upcoming episodes?
No. Because we don't even know what we're doing now.
Mari Crump, weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 100 of the Anime Protagonist podcast. Nice. And on this week's episode,
if this were Mob, we'd be going berserk right now.
We would be going berserk. I'm about to go berserk if you keep interrupting me.
I had a thought about like trying to find a way to incorporate the Mob 100 song in this, but I just couldn't make it work in my brain. So here we are, interrupting Cole with Mob. It's his favorite anime. Cole, we're talking about your favorite anime.
It's not my favorite anime, but it's pretty good.
Oh, so you hate it.
Certified Cole 0 to 10.
Yeah, 0 to 10.
Yeah. This episode, what we decided to do was kind of leave it in the listeners' hands. We have a collection of questions from the listeners that we will answer. It's like a super mega mailbag episode. It's not because we couldn't come up with an idea. It's not because we were super lazy and didn't know what we were doing anymore.
Definitely not. It was because we wanted to appreciate our community for getting us to this point.
Yes, we want to appreciate the community.
We've got a lot of stuff chalked up for you guys. On top of that, a lot of things.
Lots of chalk.
Lots of chalk. We got letters from you guys about the podcast. We got a song coming up later on the episode.
There's a musical, like a full-on musical number, and you can. Here's your question. You got to think about. Which one of us performs said musical number? Because it's a solo act.
It is a solo act.
True.
Jay, you should have got like. Never mind.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah. What do you guys say we just like stop talking to each other and just end this podcast? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what if we like end this episode by all simultaneously quitting?
I legitimately was like, I had that on. If there's a bingo card for this episode, that would have been like one of my things on the bingo card.
Man, okay.
How many times are we going to say, 100 episodes, we're done now?
We should actually like hype this episode in our Discord and everywhere by saying like, get a bingo card. Make a bingo card.
We should
do that
card.
like every week.
Yeah.
Just for every episode.
Yeah.
We should, honestly, listeners, if you can think of good things to put on our bingo card, tell us.
Honestly,
podcast discussion channel in the Discord.
That's the
Link
question.
In description.
That's the question for this week. Come up with like good bingo card ideas.
Yes.
Drink every time I say
we
like.
will forget it.
Yeah. Drink every time I say like. You won't remember this episode.
Jay quits the podcast.
Just drink every time Mike says I feel like, or what's the other one I always say? I have to listen back to the worst part about the podcast is you have to listen back to yourself and realize what an idiot you are.
The amount of times one of us probably cringes listening to themselves is
it's innumerable.
Yeah.
I wrote bingo.
If you get a bingo, should we shout them out in 101?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Oh, okay.
Jay, I have a question for you from Smasa, specifically for you.
Okay.
What specifically got you into anime?
So I did see this question, and I've been thinking about it for a while. Is it like what show specifically got me into anime, or like the story of me getting into anime?
Because the question is, as I read it, what specifically got you into anime? Interpret that as you will.
Sure.
This is kind of part of the mailbag is like trying to interpret the question sometimes.
Yeah.
And this is one you got to interpret.
Yeah. So I guess I'll tell like the story of me getting into anime.
Many years ago. So
I got into anime in 2014. I was part of a friend group, and one of the friends in said group recommended JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I watched one episode of it and was like, no, this ain't it, fam. It was super boring.
I understand.
I feel like JoJo's would be like a hard first anime, actually.
Yeah. Like it's just like so weird. So like, especially like part 1 is super boring. So like
it's not the best part, I'll say that. I don't agree it's super boring.
Okay, this isn't about what didn't get you into anime.
Yeah. Tell us
so
what
anyway,
you love it.
So like after a while, like everyone else in the group was like, oh, I love JoJo's, I'm into anime now, and they got into anime, and I was like, okay, I need to find something to get me into anime. So I go to the first thing that I could find, which is Netflix, because everyone has Netflix. Yeah. Especially in 2014 when, like, you know, it's much more prominent than it is now. I'd say, because, like, I feel like Netflix is kind of dying as, like, their original shows are kind of whatever. They cancel them after one season.
Yeah.
It is definitely, I feel like streaming is kind of on the weird downturn at this point. Like, we're in the dark ages.
Yeah.
It's like late stage capitalism streaming version.
No, I wouldn't say that. Streaming is huge. It's just we're spoiled for choice now, right?
Yeah, I think that's more it, Cole. We just have so much choice right now that, like, Netflix isn't the monopoly that it used to be.
No. Yeah. There's a many fish in the ocean now, but they're all a little bit smaller and they're a little bit less enticing of fish. Whereas back in the day, Netflix was like the golden. It was the golden.
It was the golden
eggs.
Yeah.
Truly.
But
anyway,
Jay, though, like, Netflix was a good gateway.
Yeah.
For
and like that's where I found SAO season 1.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
And the thing that got me into SAO is, like, it's a video game. Like, it's about people playing a video game. So I was like, I play video games. I like that. So I tried it out and I was hooked. And I watched. Yeah. I remember watching episodes during class in high school, looking for a place to watch season 2 because I was watching the dub, and watching season 2 as it aired on Toonami was weird, but also fun because we don't get it here. But I made it work, and then, like, the Toonami block kind of, like, slowly introduced me to other shows like Akame ga Kill, Parasite. Were the two that I kind of branched off from SAO.
So were those, like, currently airing when you were getting into anime then?
Yeah, they were currently airing on Toonami. So, like, the dub was just coming out. I think the sub had already aired, like, a while ago. I know in Japan, SAO came out months before. But I only knew dubs at the time because I was like, Japanese. Why would I want to listen to Japanese? That's weird.
Honestly, that's classic, like, getting into anime move.
And then, yeah. And then, like, the thing that got me into the subs was I was waiting for the dub of Your Lie in April, and eventually I just gave up because it was taking so long, so I just watched the sub.
Yeah, that is also the classic how you turn into watching subs. Yeah.
Jay, I know we each also have questions for each other. Do you have one for us right now?
I might.
Zesty.
Did I possibly catch you off guard?
I can tell you what your questions
are. You definitely didn't catch me off guard.
As he pulls up his phone for us. Either that or he's taking pictures of us again, Cole.
He does that.
Oh, no. Yeah, I do that often. No, so out of everyone on the podcast, my two co-hosts are the ones that are directly responsible for making the episodes look and sound as great as they do every week. So
great look and sound the way they
carrying
are.
a lot of weight in that
sentence. They as great as they do.
As great as they possibly can.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Given the quality of the product.
So my question to the two of you is,
yes,
what is the most stressful part of the editing process?
Oh, don't exclude yourself from this, because you do lots of the shorts and clips and stuff. that's editing as well.
It is editing, but it's so much less work than what you guys put in.
It's more curating.
Yeah, like as a guy who has worked on both of your who has done both of your jobs, my work is a lot less than what you do. I believe you. I just curate it for other people.
As someone who has done Cole's job as well, I believe you.
Yeah.
For me, what's the most stressful part? I don't know. I've got it down pretty stress-free at this point.
It's like a science at this point.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I was going to say is we're 100 episodes in. I was only on 95 of them, but
still
once we went to actually showing our mugs on the camera here, it got way easier for me because I do the video, right? So before I would have to find random stuff that was relevant to what we were talking about. So I had to legitimately per episode find 200 plus PNGs of anime characters and stuff and somehow put them into the video, and it was just very, very time consuming, lots of effort. And then now I just have to show our pretty little faces to the world, and it's all done for me basically. And I actually now I've gotten to the point where I don't even do anything really anymore. I just basically slap the video together, find the timestamps, and color grade us that we look good, and we're there.
Away we go.
We're getting good at this, guys.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like the way that we record now, I don't even have to like go through and like find the cusses, the swear words. You know, we have a transcript to do that, so I don't have to do anything. It's just straight up easy, you know? Even right there, I just looked it up in the transcript.
Yep. It's great. Like, honestly, like they're not paying us, but the company that we record through, like it's a pretty good piece of software, except for the soundboard. But except for the soundboard, still doesn't work for us all the time. But that's okay. It's a work in progress. It's cool though. Like it basically does the job for you. Like it records the video, the audio, and then Cole just has to make us sound a little bit better and splice it all together. And I slap the video over, retimed to what Cole timed it to, and we're basically done, baby.
Yeah, the most stressful part, honestly, is like finding our bumper music. It's the part where I've got to like actually do something.
Yeah.
Like, what did I
guess the cold open too, probably for you.
You know what? Honestly,
that's probably the most stressful part for me. Honestly,
because sometimes I forget to put the timestamp for the cold open.
Yeah, and you always make the cold open like 1.5 seconds long. So I'm like, if I'm just doing it on super speed, like sometimes I put it on like 2 or 3 times speed, and like just to catch like where the topic changes. Yeah. And like the cold open was like ha ha ha, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I missed that, and then I'm like, oh god, where in the 2 hours of audio is this?
Here's a trick, Mike. Okay, you look at the wave format, like the audio. Look for the
and then try and find a wave format that matches.
No. Just try and find the loudest portion of the second half. That's usually what I do, because it's I usually wait until like we're all laughing or something like that. Something funny happens, so it got loud, right? So it's
good we laugh every week.
Yeah.
We're not, you know what the brutal part is though? Is the video editing app. I use DaVinci Resolve if anyone's curious. It really compresses the waveforms. So like if you're over a certain volume, it just looks like a big flat peak. So I can't pick them out as good as an Audacity. Yes.
That is a shame. That is a shame. Anyway, Mike, I have a question specifically for you. From Super Mexi.
Hi, Super Mexi.
Yeah. How did Mike and Shazana get together? So this is a personal question for my good friend Mike. So you're married to a woman. Her name is Shazana.
Were you about to say a lovely woman and then correct yourself?
That's right. We were just going to brush over that.
Okay.
Mike, how did you meet your wife?
Well, we went to school together. That was a very awkward way to put that. Yeah, we went to school together, but we didn't really talk when we were in school. So like, I don't know. Somehow I just randomly messaged her on Facebook, and then we went from there. It's a super like boring, uninspiring story, but I suspect that's just kind of like how it goes these days. It was pre like I've never had a Tinder, for example, because it was pre-Tinder. So like, it's just basically Tinder, except the old way of like having the person on Facebook and messaging them after I probably like liked some of her stuff on her like her wall or whatever. Keep in mind, we're old people.
Yeah, we are elderly.
This is old, elderly ways of
Did you like
flirting.
Poke each other back and forth on Facebook?
No, I was never a poker. No? I've always thought the poking was lame. I forgot about poking.
I remember.
Can you still poke? Is that a thing you could still do?
I was actually talking about that with my friends a couple days ago. We don't know. The jury's still out on that one. Apparently you can, but I don't use Facebook, so.
Yeah.
Mike, I know you're looking for if you can still poke, but I know that you have questions for.
I do have a question for you guys.
And because your answer was so quick, succinct and to the point.
I try to be, but you know what? I always used to give Jay flack for being the one who talks the longest. And then after editing many of these episodes, I realized I'm the one that talks the longest. So I've become what I hate the most, is what I'm saying.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Mike M become
Except
death.
I was secretly the villain all along. Podcast villain. Yeah, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
I want to know. What is, and I have two, and this is the one that's kind of more relevant to what we were talking about for the last one, but what is something you've learned from the podcast? What has the podcast taught you in life? There's life lessons to be found in everything, and I think the podcast is one of those things.
I I would say that conflict isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Behind the scenes, I mean, not that like the three of us like get into like full on fights or anything.
We hate each other.
Yeah, but we don't get into fights.
Yeah,
we don't get into fights.
Yeah,
but I mean, like we have arguments and stuff. I mean, we're three individuals who have different opinions on things.
Yeah,
and that's okay. We just got to talk through it. And also, the other thing I would say is just stick to it. You know?
Yeah,
just keep going. You know, if we would have quit when you feel like unconfident about
if we would have quit any of the times that one of us threatened to quit. You mean?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, you know, early on in the podcasting game, you get this idea of imposter syndrome, right? I mean, I still get that, but then you realize
is it imposter syndrome if it's not valid?
Yeah, honestly, fake it.
No, for real. That's great life advice in total. I think just like fake it till you make it.
I think that's like one of the piece of advice I remember we got from one of the guys that came by our booth at Icon.
Oh,
was like fake it till.
Oh yeah,
he was like fake it till you make it.
Just keep pushing through. Yeah, he started like a wrestling podcast, and then he ended up getting like wrestlers on his podcast.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. But yeah, that would be my thing. If you want to start an anime podcast, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
I think that's like a super
or a podcast
a super generic thing to say, because like that's what everyone who's done something on the internet says, like, just do it. Don't even think about like, oh, do I have the right editing software? Do I have the right sound? No, just do it, because like here's the thing. You're gonna learn, you're gonna grow from it. So like even if it sounds terrible in the beginning, you're gonna learn and you're gonna figure out how to solve that problem.
Yep. Yeah, practice makes perfect, and your first few forays, you're gonna look back on and think, oof, icky. But sorry, I didn't mean to hog the spotlight there. You guys can answer. No. Jay can answer this question next.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I think for me, I don't know if it's like a life lesson that I've learned, but like just something I've learned. Is just like
Jay's getting less emotional lately, actually.
Just like how to edit the podcast, I guess. Like Cole has definitely taught me a lot about editing audio.
I have.
Well, just from like the doc that you shared. Like Mike's also taught me a lot about editing video. But like just learning about that. If we were to be like a life lesson, I guess like echoing back to what Cole said, like conflict is kind of necessary. Like
absolutely.
If we didn't have conflict, then like the ideas that we'd have wouldn't, I don't think they'd be as well thought out as they are if we did have pushback. Because having pushback allows us to think our ideas through more.
Yeah, right? And then it also kind of like breeds better ideas too. If you kind of, it just makes you think deeper about things, is what I'd say.
And like you can't have acceptance without doubt in some way. Yeah, like something needs to be doubted before you can reach a final conclusion of acceptance. So yeah.
Mike, answer your own question.
What have I learned? Well, probably a lot of what both of you have said. And then also like just kind of video editing skills as well. Like that, it's been probably the biggest hurdle. A lot of Discord stuff too. I took time to figure out. Honestly, like it's something I've always kind of believed is like, if you just kind of try, everybody starts out something and they suck at it. But if you just like watch a couple of YouTube videos and read a couple articles or whatever, put like even a bare minimum amount of effort into something, you'd be amazed what you can do.
That would be
for sure.
That would be something else I'd say that I've learned. There's a YouTube video for everything.
Literally everything.
You want tutorials on something? Honestly, go on YouTube. Don't pay.
We're in like the golden age of information.
Yeah. Don't pay for like the online courses unless we end up getting sponsored by them in the future. Then absolutely do. But for now,
100%. Yeah.
Just go on YouTube.
Yep. No, honestly, like there was one time one of you guys because you remember when you used to like tell me to like, oh, put Sayori Jaime in here and make her do a backflip and then make her blah blah blah. And
Oh,
then I
by
had
the
to
way,
be like,
everything
how
that
do I
you're
do that?
saying that we're telling you to do,
I'm aware.
do
Yeah,
it
I
in
know.
this episode.
Yeah, and then make her like fly off into the distance and explode.
Okay.
And then
That was one.
and then
honestly,
show
that was
like
one thing
all
that
the
took me forever.
pieces like individually burst.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
No, absolutely not.
Never would I do that,
No.
as it already happened behind me. No, yeah, just kind of like that. You can pretty much do really anything, and then there's a ton of like free stuff out there that lets you do this as well. And yeah, kind of just what Cole said, just persevere through and
Yeah. I'm gonna continue the theme of this first half where I now get a question specifically for me, and it is from Frama.
Hello, Frama.
I know Cole went to Japan. Did you eat any street food? Unfortunately, not as much as I wish I did, to be honest.
How many burgers did you eat?
I ate a lot of burgers. Do burgers constitute street food? I ate pub food as well, like izakaya food.
Were you on the street?
No, I was in an izakaya. So like I had obviously I had karage.
There you go. You know what?
I had street karage food in a like a smaller town on my Mount Fuji tour. So I'm eating karage. Mount Fuji is off in the distance. It was very
living the full
picturesque.
weeb dream.
Yeah. So I guess that would be it. And then I had like cow tongue as well.
Oh,
Which was okay. I mean, it was in like some kind of sauce and stuff. So I wanted to try something else.
Mm-hmm. Is it weird having like a tongue on your tongue?
I didn't think of that, but it wouldn't be the first time.
You're basically Frenching a dead cow.
You know, I was kind of tiptoeing around that idea.
This is the way we go, Jay. You tiptoe, and then I come in with this bulldozer. I'm like the Kool-Aid man busting through the wall.
I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
And I forgot it, and now I have to find it.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. When did it hit you that the podcast is like doing well?
We're like successful?
Like this is it. We're doing.
Is it?
I think so. We're at 100 episodes, man.
Yeah.
I've got pages of listener questions.
True. I think it's probably when the Discord actually started kind of popping off and we got a few like loyal listeners in there that were actually like interacting with our episodes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then there was a second one as well that really like kind of solidified like, oh, people like what we're doing. This is crazy. And that was when we got like our first real patron.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That was a big moment. I was like, holy crap, like what the heck, what is going on?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got more and I'm like, what is you guys
this?
are nuts.
Yeah.
You fools.
I just to go first, that's for sure my two that like probably blew me away.
Yeah. Jay?
Yeah. I think for me, like the time that I'd say the time that like it really hit me that like, oh, there are people that actually listen to us is like when we got the first person that was like, I'm happy to be here. Happy to like listen to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was Bunny. When like back when he joined our Discord.
Yeah,
Even
Bunny's like a day one,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Bunny's a real one.
And then the other one, I don't think I can talk about it yet. But that
Very
was also
suspicious.
You know what? This is. I mean, this episode's going to have it. I mean, you could say it.
okay. When we got our first sponsorship.
Yeah, I mean,
like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That was insane.
Stay tuned for news about our. It might appear in this episode. Depends if we get.
No, it will appear in this episode.
Will.
It's just I might have to edit it in after. I mean, it'll be there will be a link in the description.
I just mean if we physically get it by that. Yeah.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah. Simmer down, boys. Down, boy.
Yeah.
No, for real. That was massive.
Yeah. For me, it was. Do you guys remember? Like you do you guys ever Google the podcast?
I every couple months I'll Google just to see how like our SEO and stuff is doing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've done it maybe like once when Cole once asked like, have you ever Googled us? And then like he sent a ton of pictures of like
himself
Google results
in various costumes.
We were included on a list of like 6 anime podcasts that you must listen to on
Mm-hmm.
oh, what was it on? Anchor or
I
something?
don't remember. I'll do the Google for you while you talk.
Spotify or something.
It was Audible.
Yes.
It was an Audible listicle, and that was cool. Like that somebody, and it wasn't just our description of our episode. Like somebody actually like obviously listened to us and wrote about us. That was cool. That was very cool.
Oh my God, guys.
What?
Breaking news.
Oh, okay.
So you remember there was that one and there was the feed spot one as well?
Yeah.
And we were like 29th or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This thing must update because we are now the 4th podcast on that list.
Dang.
We're number 4. We're right behind, and I don't think this is being crazy to actually say this on the podcast.
Well, I mean, whatever.
There are
peers.
I know. Cole and I, probably a huge inspiration for Cole starting this podcast was the Anime Addicts podcast, I would say. I know. I almost messed it up. And
it's like what's it called? The thing that eats its own tail.
An Ouroboros.
Ouroboros, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We probably owe like a good old handshake to Mitsugi and Mason and all of them over there.
Yeah.
And it's cool because we're kissing cousins with them now. They're number 3. We're number 4 on that list. That's nuts insane. To me. That's a new one. That's my new craziest moment.
That's okay. Wow.
Wow. Thank you guys. Honestly.
Yeah. With that being said, I think this is a good time to premiere a song.
Oh no. Yes.
Okay.
This song is 2 minutes in length, I think.
Yeah, this song was sent to us by a special someone, and it's going out to a special someone out there.
Have you guessed who it is yet? Because we teased it at the beginning, and I'm curious if they guessed who it is. But
it's time to reveal the mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Yo, Jay Gardian on the mic. 100 episodes deep. It's all thanks to you. Let's go! AniPro 100, we're gonna leave you flooded with all the tips and tricks you need to become the biggest weeb friend. Stay tuned for the reviews and sometimes the latest news. Who would have thought that talking about our lives would get all the views? This is AniPro. We're glad you enjoyed the show. You can leave us a review. We may read it if you do. We're gonna read any reviews. Episodes in. To my face it brings a grin. AniProPod.com. You can find us there after this song. Come for the newest daring shows, those that are good and some that blow. Need to know who's best? Skirl or tournaments, help with that, bro. Like what you've heard, want more? Consider joining Discord, or you can make a straight run to support, become a patron. Mari Crumble Weebs, here's a gift to you from me. It's the newest episode of a podcast you should all know. This is AniPro. We're glad you enjoyed the show. You can leave us a review. We may read it if you do. We're 100 episodes in. To my face it brings a grin. AniProPod.com. You can find us there after this song. This is AniPro. We're glad you enjoyed the show. You can leave us a review. We may read it if you do. We're 100 episodes in. 100. To my face it brings a grin. Very happy now. AniProPod.com. That's the website. You can find us there after this song.
That was phenomenal, Jay.
Beautiful.
That harmony work at the end, though.
Yeah, that was...
How many takes? How many? Yeah.
In total, that was like 20 takes.
That's actually less than I would have guessed.
My favorite part was when you say, to my face it brings a grin, and then your backing vocal goes, very happy now.
It was like shades of Jean LaJoy, if you know who I'm talking about. He's the guy who sings E equals MC vagina. He was on the fantasy football show The League as well.
Oh yes, okay, that guy. Yeah.
Yes, that guy. Yeah.
Jay, thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you for that. The most magnificent rap went on.
What I want to
episodes.
do is I want to add like a backing track to it and then post it separately on like Spotify or just Patreon or something like that.
Be a good patron thing, I think.
Yeah.
Jay, I'd like you to read your second question because I should specify we each had 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Except for one of us.
Oh. Well. So speaking of the podcast, we covered a lot of topics in these 100 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to know what's a previous topic that you liked, but think that if we were to do it again, it would need a little bit of a rework.
Oh, juicy. There's, you know what? I feel like my role on the podcast is kind of to be a bit of like and just in life in general, I do tend to be, people call me a pessimist sometimes, but I don't think that's what I am. I think I want things to be as good as they possibly can be, and I'm not afraid to say if something's not working.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of any specific ones that didn't really work. Well, actually, I think of one right off the top of my head is the Akinator segment we used to do.
That's going to be my answer.
I miss my good friend Akinator, but like it just does not make for good audio content.
Yeah, like I feel like as like a visual medium, and maybe like it would work as a patron bonus episode, but like just going, yeah, no, yes, no, no, you know, like that doesn't make for good audio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. Honestly, nothing. I think this podcast is perfect, and I wouldn't change a thing. Except I would say that maybe you guys should invest in a new main host. He's quite annoying, and his voice.
CJ, this is when Cole fishes for compliments.
Well, no, because like I don't understand why Cole's calling me the main host. I don't understand. Cole, I'm not the main host.
Yeah, Jay's not the main host.
No, what segment?
Segments are tough. Like it's hard to remember them, right? I feel like we should bring back more gaming content, like Game Corner. I feel like the Game Corner is a segment that I've been missing lately.
Yeah, there's cobwebs in that corner,
and news too. And yeah, but like it's just tough to
see the
gap between recording.
Yeah,
and
I think
right?
the thing at the same time is like when we were doing news every week, we would be like, okay, what's your news topic?
Yeah, we'd be
and it's
scrambling.
like we'd have to scramble to find like the most obscure piece of news that we wanted to talk about just to fill time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
I don't know. I'm having a tough time thinking of something. I mean, as soon as we're done recording, I'll think of one.
You're gonna be like, oh right.
Well, I thought of Akinator as well, but Mike said that, so now I'm
stole it from me.
So now I don't know. What about you, Jay? How would you answer your question?
Akinator was the first one that came to mind, but like I mean that's the obvious one. I think that like for me, I would like to bring back what's on your mind in like some capacity, but like rework it somehow. And we kind of discussed it off air that like passing the ball back and forth to each other was kind of
it felt a little forced.
It felt forced. It felt kind of like rigid.
Which I think we needed in the early days.
Yeah, for sure. But as we evolved, it's just kind of like it became more of a limiter than it did a guideline. But
the listeners will have noticed that the podcast has got a lot more free flowing.
Yeah,
and I think it's for the better.
For sure. I think at the same time, I do like the idea of like talking about what we're up to, and
I agree.
We don't do it as much anymore because of how we changed the structure of the first topic. So.
Yeah. Mike, do you have a second question?
Oh, I sure do. What is your dream for the future of the podcast, my lovely hosts? Like when we go to episode 200, where do you guys hope we are? What do you hope has happened?
I hope,
other than the world not ending.
I mean, you know, like we're talking like sky's the limit here, right?
Hey man, you dream big.
I mean, I would love to have. I mean, we talked about having our first like official sponsor. That's nice. I would love to have like multiple sponsors. You know, be able to.
That'd be cool.
Not rely on this as like a main source of income, but
I don't think we'll ever get there.
A secondary source. Well, I mean, I just don't like talking about this as a
source of income,
something like that, you know. But it would be nice, you know.
Yeah.
We do put a lot of work into it, and we enjoy it. So it'd be nice to, you know, get that financial reward out of it too. Yeah.
No, for sure. For me, I like if we were to just dream big, I kind of have two, and one being I'd love to like tour and travel more through this.
That's where I was gonna go with this.
I just went. It was. I'd like to be invited to like a con. I think that would be so cool.
Yeah, or like even like if we did like, I know Trash Taste does like venues that they sell out and they do like a whole show. Like I think that would be
like
really cool.
In the stars.
Yeah,
dream,
no. Like I mean, like I said, if we're dreaming big, we're dreaming big.
Yeah. You know what? Shoot for the stars, because if you miss, you end up in outer space and you explode.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's zero pressure on that, right?
Yeah, no pressure.
And then the other one is just like getting more guests on the show, like getting more like big name guests.
That's an achievable goal.
Oh, actually, that's one thing that I think we should bring back but rework is guests. We need to figure out a way to get guests on that works. Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Mike? What's your
I feel like you guys kind of stole both of mine. The getting invited to things would be cool. The like podcast not costing us money all the time.
We're getting there.
Would be great. We're getting close to like
breaking even.
Net zero. Yeah, we're getting close. If I had to give like a real, like, this is 2 years. I said episode 200. That's like 2 years from now. Yeah, I'd say like we're like solidified as like one of like the premier anime podcasts. That'd be sweet. And like honestly, like I'm pretty happy with where we are now. We have like a little niche that we've carved out. We have like friends that we've made. We have like people who come and like hang out with us in our watch parties and talk to us and stuff.
Get
like
Canada facts.
Basically just get bigger. Like just that's about it. Like just get a little bit bigger. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, we want to be growers, you know.
That said, getting invited to like a con as a guest with like expenses paid, that'd be pretty sweet too.
That's like it's definitely in the stars, but I feel like that's, you know,
I feel like
not unachievable.
I feel like that is at least a little achievable.
Like, how many anime podcasts are there? Right?
Many.
Yeah,
no, I know, but like we're apparently number 4 on the list of podcasts you should listen to.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I guess so.
Apparently.
Yeah. You guys also have letters that you let's do that before we go into a break, and then after the break we're going to do just a mad dash through all
chaos,
of these questions. Yeah.
Cuz Cole asked for questions. Me and Cole and Jay all asked for questions from the Discord. And then Cole did the most atrocious thing ever, which was fantastic. He told them to be unhinged and pelt us with the strangest questions.
I added everyone and I said, send us your questions, make it chaotic, feed us, is I think.
That's what you said, yeah. And they sure did. So the second half's going to be chaotic.
It's actually kind of funny. I woke up to a text from the both of them being like, Cole, what have you done? And I'm like, oh God, what has happened?
What have you done? I'm like, what? Oh.
As Cole's just like he's like at work. He's like, oh, what? I just fired off an at everyone and told them to destroy us, and then just happily went about his day.
What I thought that this was about was Cole did something in editing that was like ridiculous.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh no, what did I do?
So I'm like, what did Cole do?
I gave you a spook time.
Yeah, you gave me a spoopy time, but
no, I have 2 letters. We solicited some. I said like you can either submit mailbags you want to ask us on the podcast or send us like a personal little letter. And I purposely didn't. I feel bad because like I have these like unread messages in my Discord inbox. And it's like killing me not to open them and respond to them, but I didn't want to read them before reading them on air with you guys, because I thought that was, and I just basically asked that people like send in like basically like what their experience with the podcast.
Yeah, hopefully they're not
too mean. Yeah,
or you know, there's some bad stuff.
Explicit in nature.
Yeah.
I have 2, Jay, so maybe I'll fire off one of mine, and then I know you have one as well.
I have one, and then like 2 sentence comments.
Okay, Mike, go first, then Jay's letter, then Mike's letter, then Jay's comments.
Cole, I'm gonna DM you the other one of the letters.
Oh, okay, sure.
Then we
I'll
can
just
each
put it
read
in
one.
Then we can each read one, just to keep her even, because we are men of democracy.
Sure. Where are you sending it?
I put it in the meeting chat, I hope. Did I send it in the right channel? Yes, I did. Okay.
Just posted it in
business
like
chat in Discord.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because otherwise it'll be impossible to read, because it's quite lengthy. Oh, I screwed you over. I gave you the longer one.
Oh my god. Okay. No, I'm not looking at it, but it is very long.
Do you want me to give you the shorter one since you are reading challenged?
If you wouldn't
he's got
mind.
his glasses on today.
Yeah, I'll give you the shorter one.
Actually,
there.
Cole, are you sure you can read Four Eyes?
Yeah. Hey, you're Four Eyes.
Nice try,
today.
Mike.
You're me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, it will.
No, only I can make fun of Cole because I don't wear glasses.
Yeah, it's true.
You probably need them though. I talked about this in the Discord with Devin the other day, and it was like, I think more people need glasses than realize they need glasses.
Yeah.
They just don't want to wear them because they're for nerds. Yeah. But anyway, speaking of Devin, he sent in this lovely letter to us. I'm going to go to the main message because it's formatted weird when I sent it. For the pod, I came across the Anime Protagonist podcast purely by chance. I think Mike randomly started following me on AniList, probably because we had some mutual follows about a year ago. Feel free to inject your side for this if you remember. I do this a lot. I go on AniList and like say we just reviewed High School of the Dead. Mm-hmm. I'll like a lot of people. I'll go on like the High School of the Dead page and like just spam likes on everybody who just finished watching it as well. It's called guerrilla marketing. Yeah. It worked, and evidently it works. He commented how similar we seem based on my profile and recent watch history. Oh, okay, I do remember doing this actually, and recent watch history. Then I saw a post in my feed for the podcast. I decided to check it out. I listened to quite a few podcasts, some anime related, some not. So I was a little apprehensive about adding another one to my rotation. I feel that, honestly, like that. You have limited time in the day for podcasts, so I'm like honored that you added us to your rotation. You see, I had picked up the habit of listening to podcasts at my previous job where I had a lot of windshield time. I now work in an office and my commute is only 20 minutes both ways, so it gives me a limited amount of time to listen. I can sometimes find a quiet moment to pop in my earbuds and listen at work, but people are usually needing things from me, so I can't always listen to things at work.
Preach.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah,
I heard it. Hurts me to hear that. It's infuriating too when someone you're listening to a podcast.
Man,
Shazana's the worst for this. I'll have both earbuds in or like these headphones on. It's clear I'm listening to something, and then she'll just be like, "So how's your day?"
Oh,
it's. I know she's being nice. I know she's being nice.
I was having a good day,
but it's like you're like engrossed in something, and then someone just like
pulls you out of
pulls you out of it. I don't know.
It's very similar, I think, to like if you're reading something, like if you're reading a novel or like manga, and then someone tries talking to you, because like I think it's the same immersion that you're feeling, where like you're just completely shutting
you're in your
everything.
Own little world.
Yeah. And then someone just
kind of like Kool-Aid Man's into it.
Yeah, just kind of like yanks you out of it. And it's like, come on, man.
Here's my thing.
It's jarring.
I find I really focus better if I'm listening to like a podcast or something. I don't know why.
I do too. Yeah.
And then somebody will come up to me and like talk to me. And I'm like, you've completely taken me out of like the zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's valid. I'll finish Devin's letter here. Anyway, I think my first episode was the summertime render review. I could tell these guys had good chemistry and the podcast was something they all cared about. I started listening to weekly. Yeah, we tricked them. I started listening weekly and joined the Discord around the same time. I stopped interacting with social media altogether a few years ago. I started with a Zanga, if anyone remembers that, and found Facebook depressing, Reddit too wild, and never picked up on Twitter, Insta, Snapchat, and all that. I'm also an introvert with social anxiety, though working for 2 decades has helped that tremendously. So joining the Discord was like dipping a toe back into the social pool. I started mostly as a lurker. Oh, they're saying that he's saying that he missed the part where you're supposed to give an intro. There's an intro section of our Discord where we encourage people to like.
You don't have to
introduce themselves. You don't have to. Don't feel bad, Devin. Yeah. All good. I feel like I've been welcomed to the community and have been contributing to Mailbags. I switched my name at some point. It used to be Bruce Wayne because I didn't like hearing a screen name read back to me. Call me an old man, I guess.
It's fair.
Honestly, like I'm the same way. I wouldn't like I go by Gritty Gundam on Twitter, but like if someone says Gritty, like it just feels weird to me.
Feels gritty.
Yeah. I typically listen to the pod in my car, but sometimes I'll have time to listen on Sundays after the episode has been released, usually when I'm out cutting the grass and enjoying my time alone. Thanks for always being consistent, fun, and interesting. Devin, you are a nice elderly
man.
Yes. Thank you so much for that.
No, that's that's what we strive for, to be consistent
and fun
and interesting.
No,
I mean,
we're not interesting.
I mean,
well, I'll
like
speak for myself.
When
we're certainly consistent.
Yeah. Except for that one time when I didn't upload the episode last week.
Or when you accidentally uploaded the
episode at midnight.
Yeah, for the patrons 12 hours before midnight. It was supposed to. Jay, you have a letter though, right? I
do have a letter, in fact. This letter comes from the tribal chief of the Mailbag, Kratoast.
Oh, another day one.
Who sent this to me via Facebook, of all things.
That's the man knows your location right now.
Yeah, he's got the GPS on you.
He's actually hiding between those books back there. I've seen him a few times poking.
Behind the bookshelves, yeah. For use on 100th episode, if you desire.
We do.
We desire.
Once upon a time, there was a boy, weeb, named Jay. He worked at a retail store where he mostly kept to himself until he would hear someone mention anime or manga. Then his eyes would light up like an anime character with sparkles as he would interrogate them about what they like, so he would have conversations going forward to talk to them about. This phenomenon would occur to one of his supervisors. This supervisor would be Kratoast. Kratoast?
I don't know.
One of them.
I don't know. I believe the series that we first discussed was One Piece, but the conversations would continue past that, while Jay would recommend many series to Kratoast to check out. Some were massive duds and should not be recommended again, LOL. Others became all-time...
She's being honest, I see.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah. Never again.
Never again. Others became all-time favorites to this day. I have Jay to thank for series such as Re:Zero, Mushoku Tensei, Violet Evergarden, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Spy Family, and I'm sure many more I'm forgetting on the top of my head. Jay would also introduce me to the Jump app and still recommend stuff to me all the time. Sometime after we would bond of weebiness, he would tell me he and a friend, this is some guy named Cole, were thinking of starting a podcast.
Me.
I would be honest and tell him it would be very difficult to start, but if he shows the same passion he does when we would talk while on the show, I'm sure he would do just fine. I think he has surpassed what I and especially he ever imagined this podcast would become. After a few episodes, Mike would join the crew as a guest host, but that only lasted a few weeks as he was made a permanent host not long after starting. They would really get into a groove after a few episodes together and establish the quote-unquote AniPro style that we have all come to love. Eventually, even getting a local artist, Breadcrumbs, to create a far better logo for them. Thanks, Brenna. They would even get to go to Icon. Here is where I met Mike for the first time in person. He was a lovely gent and was exactly what I expected from listening to him. Unfortunately, I would have to wait until a year later to meet Cole, as he worked Icon the first year and wasn't able to stay at the AniPro table, but year 2, he was there, and that will be the day that Cole and Kratoast finally met. And you could say...
Mark it in history.
Yeah. And you would never guess what Cole said to Kratoast. Could you get me a pork bun? I told him next year, LOL.
Cole, just a leech.
Yeah. Hey, you. Can you get me a pork bun?
Listeners are familiar with Cole's commanding presence and just dictatorness.
I had a big cigar, big stogie.
Yeah.
Hey, there's just a little bit more. To me, the best part of this podcast is that it genuinely feels like 3 friends just talking about what they like. Crazy, because that's exactly what it is. Over these crazy 100 episodes, I have seen AniPro build an incredible following of a great audience and loving community who all support each other's loves. We all have different opinions, and that really doesn't matter at all. We all get along and enjoy the differences. Congratulations, Jay, Cole, Mike. Thank you for the laughs and fun conversations. Thank you, AniPro listeners, for your continued support, and I hope you will continue to do so, as these 3 lads deserve it. Congrats on 100 episodes, and here's to the next 100.
Damn, Kratoast.
Damn,
man. Cheers. Thank you for that lovely letter. Getting a little choked up here. That was nice towards the end.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Get me
Hey,
a
you're
pork
not supposed to be nice. Get all of us pork buns.
Yeah, I'm
actually.
still waiting on that pork bun, by the way.
Yeah. Like yesterday.
Yeah.
Kratos is a good guy.
Yeah.
I've met him twice now.
Good lad. Didn't get me that pork bun though, but
Yeah.
That's fair. I wouldn't either.
Jay would. Jay did.
I
Jay
would. And I did.
Jay did.
Yeah.
I have a letter here that was sent to me on the Discord specifically. Interesting.
Interesting.
It's from Super Mexi, another real one. I would say he is the most consistent watch party patron.
I would agree with that.
I would say. And he says thusly, I thought I'd message you for the 100th episode. I have loved getting involved in the Discord and meeting more anime fans like me. None of my friends share my passion for anime, so it has been awesome to talk to a lot of people that enjoy anime as much and usually more than I do. I especially have enjoyed the watch parties you guys host and getting to explore new anime this season and discussing them immediately after watching. I hope more people join the watch parties so that I can meet more awesome anime fans. I agree with that.
I also agree with that.
The watch parties are a good time.
I like them because they're a good way. Like, we always started off with like a bit of a conversation, and sometimes it's hard like actually starting the episode because we're having like such a good time just hanging out.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, no, we should.
We should probably watch the episode. I totally get the feeling of having friends that just don't also like anime like you do.
I think that's kind of like a universal, like, the plight of the anime fan.
Yeah.
Like if I hadn't met you guys, I probably wouldn't have the friends that I do now, so I'd probably just be in my little shell, not talking about anime in the real world.
Yeah, but I'm also, in doing this podcast too, like, I'm more confident in my fandom, so like I'll bring it up to people and then they'll like say, oh yeah, no, I watch blah blah. Like, I feel like it's opened me up to more anime fans just in IRL and obviously online as well. So
no, for sure.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like, and I've definitely like just noticed, like, if you listen back on old episodes, like, we all speak better just from having spoken into a mic for so long.
Yeah, we talk good.
Yeah.
We've
gotten used to this.
Yeah. We do have Canadian accents though, which I'm sorry, that's not going away.
No,
I can't
not.
do anything about that.
We're still
I
going
don't
to
know
talk
what you're
about
talking
going out
about,
to the
don't
old
you
rink.
know?
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, Super Mexi. That's
thank you, Mexi.
Keep coming to our watch parties, and I will keep giving you Canada facts.
Yes,
when I remember. Jay, you said you have two quick ones. Do you want to read those
I have two real quick ones from a couple of patrons that haven't really revealed themselves, but have finally decided to make appearances. First one is from Mr. Family Guy 36.
Hey, I know that.
Oh my goodness!
I read that
original
weekly.
Original patron who said, I love when Mike falls out of his chair. I wish he'd do it more often.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
You know
I love when
Mike
Mike
the
eats
second
his
half
desk.
of this.
Yeah. I like when Mike's chair fails on him and he has hilarious moments happen to him.
I don't.
Hey man, the joy I've had and the joy other people have had when I show them that clip.
That brings me joy.
Yeah.
My stupidity brings me joy.
Well, I mean, now it's a short on our YouTube channel.
It's a short on our YouTube channel, and it also spawned one of my favorite emotes in our Discord.
Oh, that's
right. Which is Mike peeking out. Yeah.
Jay, what's that second one?
Got another
thank you,
one
Mr.
from
Family Guy 36. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you. And then we got another one from Brain Dead B-Dog.
Hey, I know that name too.
Who told me that he is now currently listening to another episode as we speak.
Oh.
So, like,
very
thank
meta.
you so much. Yeah, thank you so much.
I wonder which one it is.
He said in one of our chats on Discord that he fully supports the weekly ear reveal. So so I don't remember which episode number that is.
It was like 2 episodes ago.
Two weeks ago,
yeah. So his comment was, I wish Jay would watch Attack on Titan, otherwise 10 out of 10 podcast.
Fair. That's
I will
Yeah.
I will remind him that I actually did give it a try and dropped it twice. So
third time's a
You
charm.
can't say you didn't try.
Third time's a
but
charm.
the third time is truly the charm.
Yeah.
I think that's it for pre-chaos time. There is one thing that we do have to do very quickly, and that is nominate our studios for the upcoming contest.
Oh, that's correct.
I will go first.
Do we have these studios that we already nominated? I just don't remember what.
I have Studio
There's,
Shaft.
Okay.
Cole, so like you guys didn't fill out the doc, so I don't know what you put. Cole, I just put Shaft.
I put Shaft.
I put Production IG.
Okay.
And Mike put Trigger. Yeah.
Trigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I went first last week, so I'll go first this week.
Okay.
Oh, okay. No, you go first. Okay.
No, you go.
Okay,
No,
I'm gonna
you
go
go.
with. Okay,
No,
I'm gonna
can
go
you go?
with. Jay, go.
Mike, Jesus Christ, can you go, please?
Studio Wit.
Okay.
I'm going with Studio Wit.
Okay.
Jay?
Studio Wit. I will go with Ufotable.
Ooh. I'm going for my other favorite studio, and that's Studio Orange. I still don't know what they're competing over, but
I'll reveal it to you during the break.
you could reveal it to us now, and I'll just bleep it out.
Okay, let's find out during a break.
Welcome back to the Anime Protagonist Podcast. We are here with many, many questions and one cat who will not stop.
She will not stop. I tried to get her to stop jumping up and cuddling me, and she just will not, as she stands between me and the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, you can't be doing this, my girl.
You can't do it. No, stop. Get some help. We've got lots of questions that we've got to answer that were submitted by you, the listener, on many platforms, but specifically Discord. We did get a couple questions off of Discord, which I would very much like my co-hosts to read. So Jay, as the man responsible for the app currently known as X, formerly known as Twitter, would you please read us the question that we received off of X/Twitter?
For sure. From Noga88, they want to know, what's been your favorite episode to make?
Ooh.
Favorite episode to make?
I know Jay has an answer to this because he's said this before. I'm gonna have to think on it a bit.
You know what? It was a bone. Okay, I've got two answers. One, bonus episode. Bonus episode 1 we did, where we did Never Have I... No, it was...
It was Never Have I Ever.
Never Have I Ever.
Yeah.
Drinking game.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
There's a theme to my answers.
I was gonna say,
and the second one...
Is it the Grand Blue review?
It was the Grand Blue one.
So Cole likes to drink.
And honestly, our last episode was a lot of fun too.
Because,
I like drinking episodes. They're fun. They're chaotic. I like the chaos.
Yeah, I like the loose vibes. Probably, you know what I actually always really like, and I like when we do our like creative writing assignments. Like when we did our letters to Santa, or we did our letters to
breakup letters
and stuff like that. I like those. Those are always fun episodes for me because you get those creative juices flowing a little bit, and they always get a little like crazy. The drinking episodes are a lot of fun too.
For me, I think that the two fun episodes that I liked were obviously the light novel quiz, both of them. I coming up with like fake ass, random ass light novel titles and descriptions was so much fun to do.
I believe you.
And just like thinking of like, what would a light novel author think would be like super cool, but like also like sound super real, was just so much fun to do. And then like the other thing that I enjoyed was the Guilty Crown review, just because of how like insane we got for the spoiler filled section. Like how much we collectively lost our minds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one too. Mm-hmm. Next question, Michael. This is off of...
We got one off off
Instagram.
Instagram, which is my side of the social media. What is your favorite episode recorded, and why is it episode 69?
Nice.
And I'm pretty sure this is from Kratoast. I'm never sure exactly who the this Instagram handle belongs to, but I'm pretty sure it is.
What even was episode 69?
I was currently looking. I see Jay's also doing it. You can always tell when Jay's, because you get like the white screen on his face. He actually is like a little more well lit than usual.
Yeah.
And his
episode 69.
It
was just the spring draft. Man, we let that be our episode 69. Definitely not 69.
That was a drop. You know what though? Like honestly, I do love the seasonal anime episodes.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun.
Those are a lot of fun to do.
Cole always calls it our quintessential content, and it's
quintessential content. A, super easy.
Yeah.
And B, it's just pure content.
And like C, it always gets the views and the hits too. That always makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We should have done something hornier for 69 though.
Yeah.
What a missed opportunity.
Let's just say it was what anime character do you want to bone the most? Jay?
What?
Just put him on the spot.
I want to bone no, I'm not even gonna go there. Wait, are we is that an actual question an actual person asked us?
It's my second question to you guys.
I believe it was premeditated too.
Yeah,
you waited for this.
Yeah, we said it would just come to me.
Yeah, it would come to you all right.
Yeah, it would come to me all right. Yeah.
I'll start. I'd love to bone Brook from One Piece.
Yeah,
nice.
I feel like he's been boned a few times too.
I mean, he is pretty
the
bony.
Skeleton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cole?
Yeah. I mean,
is it Misato? Yeah.
Look out, Misato.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Cole doesn't have
I'm
a
wearing
Misato
my glasses.
figure.
That's 30%.
Yeah.
30%.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Well, anyway, my favorite. What was the question? Who do we want to bone?
I think Jay was working up the courage to answer.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think of an answer because, like, first of all, I don't want to answer with like literal children because I think that that's a little weird.
Yeah, no. In this case, I'll allow that.
Waifu energy and like actual I want to bone energy are two completely different things.
Just say Yor. Just say mommy Yor.
Or
yeah, yours
Miku.
is a good answer. I'll go with Yor.
Or Kirito.
Okay. Or Kirito. Well, he's a child.
He is a child.
That's true. Yeah. So
running into that same issue.
Yeah.
Is Asuna a child? I think she's 18.
She's 17.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's 17 at the end of the SAO arc. I hate that I know.
Anyway.
Yeah. Mike, what was the question again from Kratoast? Who we think is Kratoast?
What was the best episode?
What was our best episode and why is it 69?
Best episode. No, I'd probably go with similar to what Mike said. I feel like our best episodes are our seasonal reviews and drafts.
Well,
I like our
69
drafts
was a draft.
too.
Drafts are good. Yeah.
69 was a
69
draft.
I like our drafts because it's very unique to us.
Mm-hmm.
No one else does that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like the draft idea actually.
Yeah.
I like how we do our patron bonus tier list as well. That's very unique to us as well.
The tier lists?
Yeah.
Everybody does tier lists.
I know, but we take turns and we kind of are like held hostage by each other's choices a little bit. It's good.
Yeah. Jay, do you have an answer, or can we get into the chaotic section of this?
For the best episodes, I'd say like our two best episodes would be our reviews, because I think that like our style is very us for how we do reviews, and then also just like the seasonal stuff I think is very. I
like that they've morphed into like sort of basically just us talking about the show more so. Yeah, I feel like it's more organic and works better.
Yeah.
Chaos.
All right, Discord.
Let her rip, buddy.
So this is prior to to my initial question this morning.
Cole's call for madness.
Because we were given a few questions initially, and then there's a specific point here where the chaos reigned supreme. But let's start with the normal questions. So first off, we've got from Peach. Peach with love asks us, have there been any rejected episode ideas? I'm still waiting to do our Western OP episode. I mean, hey, I'm ready to go.
We did talk about Western OPs at one point.
I forgot about that.
Well, I want a whole episode about it.
I'm still.
I'll give you a first half.
I'm still waiting on the episode where we record our audio separately and then upload them separately.
Jay's classic meme. I'll reject that until the day I die. Man, I've pitched so many ideas that get rejected, so I kind of like shut them out of my brain. I don't remember them anymore. I could scroll back through our meeting chat. There's so many dead, orphaned ideas in there.
Another one would be an episode where I don't have a cough. That'd be
good if you just like didn't get sick for like 3 weeks in a row.
I gave Cole my hot dog.
That's true, yeah.
We're not in the chaotic section yet, Jay.
What?
Keep your hot dog to yourself.
When I was coughing, you guys said I was going off screen to have a bite of a hot dog. So I gave you the hot dog, so now you're eating the hot dog that I was eating.
Jay gave me his hot dog, everyone. Clip it. Peach also asks, can you guys give any hints for upcoming episodes?
No. Because we don't even know what we're doing next.
No. Okay. Peek behind the kimono. We don't know. We don't know. Honestly, there are weeks where we come into this recording session and we say, what are we doing this week?
Yeah.
Honest to God.
I think like there are days where like Friday morning, one of us will send a text, okay, what are we doing this week?
What are we doing?
To lift the kimono like even further, there used to be a part at the end of the episode in Cole's like ending spiel where he would like tease the next episode, and we had to like formally sit him down and be like, listen, we've said what the next week is, and then done something completely different the next week.
Yeah, we had
so
to
many
nix
times.
That.
So we're just gonna stop doing that.
Listen, we've done a couple audios, like audibles midway through an episode.
I actually can tease a future episode. We're gonna review Spice and Wolf at some point in the future.
There you go.
Hey, that's excellent plugging, Jay.
Yeah. We're also gonna review Jungle Juice, Jay's manhwa, the first 12 chapters.
Yeah,
and we're also gonna review Overflow.
Yes, that's a patron bonus episode, and also we're gonna have a tournament with Anime Studios.
Yeah.
And then also in the next little while here, we're going to have our mid-season check-in. That should be
that's a lot of content that we
that's our next month
that we've teased.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I often send a message to the guys, what are we doing? That's A, for the episode, and B, just in general. Like, what are we doing?
Like,
what are we doing?
What are we doing with ourselves? What is life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peach has a third question here in this little stanza. What are some anime you want to review in the future?
I think that
this one's tough because I don't want to like give away.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like all the ones that didn't make it through the gauntlet that was our listener's choice. Like I still do want to review them, but it's just kind of a matter of how is that going to reappear? How are we going to go about doing that? And I don't know. Like, I mean, they absolutely could come back up, but it's a matter of like, how long do we wait?
Yeah, there's two things with reviews for me. One major thing. I don't want to review a show that I really, really love because I don't want to have to be critical of it. You know what I mean?
It is a little scary to do that.
You can see a little bit of that, like with last week when Jay really loved High School of the Dead and I really didn't love it. And you kind of just like you get a little too attached, right? Like your feelings get into it.
Well, I just think like if we had to review, say, March Comes In Like a Lion, right? And that's like one of my favorite. Well, it is my favorite anime.
Yeah,
and I know you guys are a bit more critical of it. I feel like it would be good content, I guess, like us arguing about it, but it wouldn't be good for our
mental
friendship.
health. Yeah.
I think there is a line for sure with like the arguing, and you don't want to actually like hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah.
With Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Like, I think you got to consider the line of like what's good content versus like the real life ramifications of our friendship, right? Because at the end of the day, like we hang out all the time. We're like we hang out. We don't just come here and go like, okay, you guys, I'm out of here. Yeah. Except for when we do.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's with love.
Yeah.
Natural.
Yeah. With genuine seething rage. Yeah.
That being said, I would like to review Knights of Sidonia.
That would be a fun review.
I feel like that's one I'd like to propose at some point in the future.
The mental process that goes behind the review for me is like, A, what's a show that I think would be fun to talk about? And B, what's a show that I think would that like I don't necessarily adore, because like if someone else were to completely trash it, then I'd be
right. You get a little butthurt, right?
Like, like it's
it's only human.
It's both sides of like, I don't want to be too critical of it, because like if I'm being super critical of something I love and then it ends up like destroying that love for it, it'll feel
exactly. Yeah.
Is that kind of like what happened with Guilty Crown a little bit, or?
I think that with Guilty Crown, it was a bit like there was a lot of time in between it that
the love had faded a little bit.
The love wasn't exactly there. Like the joke was more that I gave it a 10 out of 10 on AniList rather than the fact that I actually like actively love it.
Yeah.
And what was the question? What do we want to review that we haven't yet?
What are some reviews you want to review in the future?
I'm really sad that How Heavy Are the Dumbbells That You Lift didn't get past the listener's choice, because I started watching it recently, and man, it would have been a really fun review.
It would have been fun, I guess.
I like going for the kind of the same thing as Jay said, like a mix of like fun shows to talk about, as well as like I think they'd make for good discussion. Where like I just don't think reviewing incredible anime is maybe the easiest way to get to that goal.
I think there's a balance, because like sometimes like and I don't want to play the like YouTuber game here, but like as someone who would want to look to us for our thoughts, you kind of want to look at the spectrum of like, okay, what do these guys love? What do these guys not like? To get an idea of like what our perspective is. So when we're saying like, we don't like this or we like this, they understand where we're coming from. So like, it's kind of that spectrum of, I want to review something that I love and also review something that like would be a fun discussion.
Right.
I came up with an answer, actually. It's Sword Art Online or Rent a Girlfriend, I think would be fun reviews.
SAO's kind of been like on the back burner.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good one.
Next up, so we've got Tribal Chief of the Mailbag, Kratoast. He wants to know, what is your favorite Kratoast mailbag?
Oh my goodness. Do you guys remember mailbags after they come out of your lips?
No,
I don't remember things 10 seconds after they happen.
No, the only one I remember is which is better, Super Saiyan or Gear 5 was, I think, one of his questions. That was a good discussion.
I remember that.
It's Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Honestly, this next one is probably my favorite one.
Okay.
Okay, so again, from Kratoast. Is it Kratoast or Kratoast?
That's the question?
That's the question from Kratoast?
The answer is whatever you want it to be, it will be.
Whatever mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, it's kind of both. Like, I know that there is an objective answer, and Jay has pointed it out to us a couple times. But it's incorrect. I just don't know. I can't trust it.
It's just not true. Yeah. It's just not true. And then one last one from Kratoast here in this stanza. Who do you hate more? Kratoast or your other co-hosts?
I hate my co-host, Rumeko.
Rumeko is truly a
I mean, bastard. This is an easy one for me. I hate my co-hosts more than
it's really an easy one when you get down to it.
Yeah.
I scrolled back through the mailbag segment, and probably my favorite Kratoast one here is what anime character reminds you of your co-hosts? You cannot pick for yourself. Let your co-hosts pick.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a gooder. Yeah. I like when the mailbag questions get a little more abstract and weird like that. And not necessarily about anime too.
You know what, Kratoast, with regards to this last question, honestly, seriously, I would probably hate my co-hosts more, except one of my co-hosts got me a pork bun, so
valid.
At this point,
Cole's love can be bought, is what he's telling you, Kratoast.
Yeah.
Kratoast?
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
What he's saying is flattery can get you everywhere, and your hair's great today, Cole.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jay. Jay's winning points.
Cole, those glasses really complement your hair.
It's about 30%.
About 30 to 35%, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you guys care to answer this one, or
which one?
What was the question?
Who do you hate more, Kratoast or you as a co-host?
I said I hate room echo. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Zero's producer son wants to know, how do you guys feel about the death of Weiss Schwarz? This is a very specific question.
It's a very specific question for
our local game shop canceled our weekly Weiss Schwarz tournaments, and that upsets me to no end. Mike, was it you that I was telling about how just like upsetting it was?
I think we were all in a.
We just finished recording or something, I think.
Yeah.
It's just like, I understand that people aren't necessarily buying stuff from them, but like, you're bringing people into the store.
Yeah.
And we're not naming anybody, so obviously nobody's going to get in trouble, but just.
I think it's just,
left a very bitter taste in my mouth.
For sure. It definitely is like a bitter pill to swallow. Again, like, people call me the pessimist and the whatever, but like, the writing was on the wall a little bit.
Yeah, but people.
It sucks.
We don't want to get into
people did show up. I think
politics.
like a lot. I remember hearing when I was there at the last week that a lot of people would have bought packs if they sold packs, but it's like, well, they used to sell packs, and they went to like just a $5 deposit because they didn't have packs people wanted. But what I don't understand about that is like, the $5, like, whether or not you're buying packs, you're still giving the store money. So like, I don't think it's the packs themselves, like the single pack, that's necessarily the issue. It's that they're not making enough money from it.
Well, like what I always thought when I was in there, when I'd go in for Weiss Schwarz, was I'd go every week and look at like, oh, what did they get in new? And like the same merchandise was still sitting on the wall for like the past several months unsold. And I felt no need to buy it, and no one else obviously felt the need to buy it. And then that was when I kind of was like, oh, this is not a good thing. Like that's where they make their money, right?
Yeah, it's just my issue is like canceling the
event,
the activity.
I think so.
They don't have to sell the product.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, like, let's not get into the weeds here.
Yeah, let's not get too
down
and negative on this
one. Let's move on to the next question from Kate. When somebody spells kid, C-I-D, is that Sid or kid?
I think it's Sid.
Okay, cool Sid.
Cool
or
Sid.
Cool Kid.
Cool Kid. I don't know. Kratoast.
What is the One Piece? I think this is the start of the chaos.
Yeah.
I have a definitive answer for this one.
What is the One Piece?
I have two answers. I have a joke answer and a real answer.
Oh, I'm giving a joke answer.
The joke answer is, like when you go to the pool and you see people wearing like a bathing suit and it covers like their breasts as well as their bottom half. It's like that's a one piece.
Okay. Yeah, like a full on like thing.
Yeah. It's not a two-piece
shorts
bikini.
Or no shorts on the One Piece?
No shorts.
No shorts?
No shorts. Like a classic diver's uniform.
No, I like to think of like those like classic 1930s like swimmer suits
where it's like shoulders are covered even.
Yeah, like it's like a t-shirt and shorts and it's all striped.
Yeah, like what do you wear when you go swimming?
People don't need to know about my my swimming attire.
You keep it in your closet next to your like Ebenezer Scrooge nightgown and cap.
Yeah, exactly. Jay, what's the One Piece?
The One Piece is, believe it or not, the friends you made along the way.
And my answer for the One Piece is, I don't care. It's stupid. It's stupid.
The
do
One
you guys
Piece
have real
is
answers?
Political revolt. No, I think the One Piece is going to end up being Luffy's hat. That's my theory.
That's so dumb.
I think the One Piece is going to be a song, or it's going to be like
that's popular too. Yeah.
Or it's going to be like
I think it's going to be a bunch of
something that
gold.
invokes laughter.
It's going to be just joy, not the friends you made along the way, but joy.
Joy, Nurse Joy.
But you know what? Oda has specifically said before that it's a physical,
It is a thing. It is a
tangible
thing. Yeah.
So that's because someone basically he kept getting asked like, is it going to be the friends they made along the way or is it friendship? And he said, no, that's lame.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
It is lame.
We'll see though. He could still change his mind.
Devin sent us a few questions here in this next section. What is your favorite part of the podcast?
The part at the end, like when it ends, like when we say goodbye.
Yeah, at the very end.
I'm going to be earnest and say this part. I like chatting with you guys. I like, you know what I like? When Mike sings and then I go Mari Krombu weebs.
You know what? You do take like a unique pleasure in when I act like a buffoon and you get to like put that on display for the world. Mm-hmm. I'm cool with it. It's fine. I'm a buffoon.
No, I mean, people like it. You know, we're clowns. Dance, monkey, dance.
Yeah, dance, monkey.
People literally pay us to be idiots.
They literally pay us to do this.
Yeah.
Honestly, same answer as Cole, honestly. It's just like getting to talk to you guys about anime. That's the whole reason we have this podcast at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's fun. You know what I actually find really like joyous as well is when we're trying to come up with, like, say we have like an episode idea and we're like about to record it and we're like, I just don't like it for some reason. And we're all kind of like, usually it's me saying that. And then you guys are like, wow, let's just, you got to make it work. And then I'm like, but it just could be better. And then you guys are kind of like mad at me. And then I'm like, and then one of you comes up with like this like streak of like a golden glittering meteorite hits you in the dome with like this brilliant idea, and it just turns into this like perfect episode. It's great. It's great.
That is a good. Yeah, it's good. If the stars align, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? When it all lines up and it just goes well. Like honestly, like this episode's kind of going right now. Like this is This is good. This is good fun.
This is good.
Yeah.
And then the other one's like the seasonal and the reviews I love too.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. Jay, what about you? What was what's your favorite
for
part
me?
of
The best part. I mean, again, just talking with you guys about the podcast. I think that's a universal thing. But at the same time,
it's almost like we're friends.
Yeah, it's almost like we talk outside of the podcast or something. But like at the same time, like getting to meet a lot of cool people that also love anime, getting to like talk with a ton of other people in our Discord, doing the watch parties, like not necessarily the episodes themselves, but like what the community it's created.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. Cons are fun too.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool too. Like, I feel like the cool thing about cons is you get to like fast, like it's like speed dating, but like with anime fans.
Yeah.
And platonic. Unless you're Jay, who's
unless
like the
you're
Rizzler.
Jay pitching woo. Yeah. Conversely, what is your least favorite part?
It's editing, the two co-hosts
obviously.
Here.
Oh no, I love you guys. Editing for sure. It's like editing doesn't take long, but it's still like that
tedious
thing, you know. I'm at work on Thursday and I'm like, oh, I gotta edit today when I go home.
No, I totally get that. Like every Tuesday night, for shorts, having to like come home and then I'm like, ugh, gotta edit for the short
it's
tomorrow.
Work. This is the fun. That's the work for sure.
Yeah. Just say editing. You know, it's editing.
It's editing. Yeah.
I mean, everything else is just a joy. Like, honestly, I'm not a religious person, but I would say that it's a blessing, you know?
For real, yeah.
As corny as it is. Yeah. Except for editing.
I do find editing fun once you're into it, but it does take a bit of like, okay, I'm gonna go do that now.
Yeah, you gotta get it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You gotta go do it.
Yeah,
you gotta go do it.
Starting it is probably harder than once you're actually like going.
Yeah. Once you're in it, you get it through. Yeah. Devin has one last question. What is anime?
Anime is a magical thing.
Anime is Japanese animation, but no, I wouldn't even say. Listen, we've had this discussion. Like, what constitutes anime? It's just a vibe. Anime is a vibe. That's what I'd say.
I would say that anime, pronounced anime, is a style of Japanese animated entertainment that has become increasingly popular over the world in recent years. The word anime is a shortened form of the Japanese word animation, which means animation. Well, anime has its roots in Japan. It has since spread to other countries, and today anime can be found in many different languages, including English. Anime has a long history in Japan, dating back to the early 20th century. The first known anime was released in 1917, and since then, its medium has grown to become a major form of entertainment in Japan around the world. Do you want me to continue?
Oh, what do you mean? Like, that wasn't just off the dome?
That was, yeah. No, I went into like my inner script, my monologue of like, what is anime?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's great. That's great. Zeros has another question here. He wants to know who is anime.
Oh, I was just going to say anime is action, sci-fi, comedy.
Nice, Jay.
Martial arts. Anime is
for.
straight from Japan, totally unexpected, not kid stuff. Anime is 24 hours a day. Yeah.
Cole's so lost. I don't get the reference. I got that reference.
Yeah.
Can you
Only
please
because
explain?
Jay and Devin explained it to me before.
It's a commercial for the Anime Network.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway. Who is anime?
Who is anime?
Anime is the friends we made along the way. You're anime, I'm anime. Let's be anime together.
Anime is this person named Anna with the last name May.
She was born in 1946.
Mm-hmm.
Anime.
I honestly can't come up with an answer better than what Michael said, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Devin follows up his previous questions with, why is anime a mistake? This podcast is an example of why anime is a mistake.
Yeah.
I am an example of why anime is a mistake. My entire being.
Serious answer. There are anime that are definitely a mistake. There's
everything that's a mistake, though.
I know.
You could say the same thing about movies.
I know, but there's like anime like Pupa that exist. I don't think you guys know about that. I haven't watched it. I've just heard things. There's things like...
What's that
Mike
Mars
watched it.
show?
Mike 100%.
What's that one...
Mike watched it, ladies and gentlemen.
All the Syscon animes are just like, why does this exist? There's a lot of...
I don't know.
Anime was a mistake. It's just objectively a mistake. But a great mistake.
Great mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like your second kid. It was a mistake, but you still love them.
Usually the first one's the mistake.
Shut up, Mike.
We're both all the similar. We're both the old ones.
I was a middle child. No, I definitely was a mistake.
I'm just cool because my parents stopped at me. They said
I was
they
a mistake,
had me and then got divorced.
You want to get real? My mom always tells us this. My brother was born just to be my friend. Because I have an older sister who's much older than me, and she felt bad that she never had like a sibling to grow up with, so they had my brother to be my friend. So who's your favorite co-host? My favorite co-host was definitely Nug Deep. Definitely my favorite co-host.
You were never on a podcast.
Yeah, you were never in an episode with him.
Jay, who is your favorite co-host?
My favorite co-host is actually Room Echo.
I miss your least and your most favorite.
I love and hate Room Echo.
It's a love-hate relationship for sure.
Yeah,
I think my favorite
was it your
co-host,
wife? Just say it's your wife, and then you don't get into trouble.
Okay, it was when we had Shazana on.
There you go. What were you going to answer though? Before I saved your marriage.
Thank you for that. No, I was gonna say my internet connection after we had this massive storm and my modem got apparently fried for my house, and I got my modem replaced, and it is golden goose ever since.
Very good. Yes. Kratoast asks, to round out the who, what, why, when is anime? Anime is always. Anime is eternal.
Anime is God.
Anime is omnipresent.
Yes. Anime is right now. Step outside. Go into the world. Anime is now.
Whoa. Zeros has more questions for us. In your personal opinion, do you think fan service actually hurts anime, or does it just add more spice to the show?
I like how he comes with like the most bizarre questions and then hits with like a real actual mailbag question.
Actually,
this is a mailbag question.
The fan service is clearly satirical. The boob window is actually a metaphor for her metasexuality, and also, no, I'm kidding.
No, keep going.
Continue. No. You're spitting. Yeah.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
No, I'm good.
Cook, Ramsey.
No, more fan service in anime, if you ask me, but that's because I'm drinking doubles of rye.
Was that actually rye? I thought that was beer. Holy crap.
No, that's rye and soda.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I feel like when I started watching anime, you don't like fan service because it's just like you feel like a little bit of shame. It just is like uncomfortable at first. But like the more indoctrinated and like less shame you feel with it, I feel like you become fine with it.
Yeah, it just washes over you.
Yeah, like you don't even really notice it that much anymore. And I do think as a red-blooded Canadian male, I think the fan service, a little bit of fan service here and there is good. It's just got to be tasteful. Tasteful fan service is where it's at.
That's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like honestly, as a straight male, the latest season of Jujutsu Kaisen is cool because it's like been very female fan servicey, and it's like interesting to see, and it's also like a little like funny to be sitting there, and then like you see Gojo grabbing somebody's hand, and it's in a very seductive manner, and it's just like, or like the
you need to blur that
Nanami recently, where he like grabbed the dude's hair and then like pulled it, and it was very suggestive.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I'm watching this, and then I hear Shazena go. It's just
it
great.
awoken something in you.
I think it should be equal opportunity. The fan
you should
service is good as long as
you should specify as a mostly straight male.
No, I'm 100% straight. Yeah.
You felt something. Next one from Zero. Oh, Jay, sorry. Do you have any?
Jay had fan service. Do you have actual thoughts?
Honestly, like I think it's kind of one of those to each their own things. Like, if you like fan service, awesome. If you don't, nobody's gonna force you. So like, and that's the beauty of anime, right? There's something here for everyone.
Yeah. No, in all honesty, yeah, Jay's probably right. I enjoy fan service for what it is. It's just fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just goofy. It's just a goofy time. Zeros has a second question here. I like idols. Do you like idols? You should watch more shows with idols in them. They're so cute. Why don't you watch more shows with idols in them? Do you like Rent-A-Girlfriend girls? They'd make good idols, especially Nanami Mami.
Oh, God. Okay.
Do you like idols?
Well, now I gotta defend Mommy. God damn it.
I'll let you defend Mommy, and then I'll give my thoughts on idols.
Yeah, Mommy is unquestionably the best girl in Rent-A-Girlfriend, and I will not hear any argument whatsoever. I am totally not being handcuffed to say this.
Why are you doing this?
Can you move the camera to the left to show Zero Producers on with a katana to your throat?
Yeah, why are you doing this?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she is the best girl ever. Like, have you seen her blonde hair?
That is her probably best feature, actually. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's cute, I guess, like physically.
Exactly.
She's cruel.
Exactly. Are you satisfied now, Zero's producer-san?
He's very satisfied.
Okay. I like idols. I will say that. I still don't know if I like idol anime or not. I've started watching Million Live, which is because of Zero's producer-san. And the problem I have a little bit with it is that you kind of know exactly what's going to happen from before you even hit play on the first episode.
Yeah.
But it is still cute. It's nice. I don't know.
Yeah. Mike loves the ultimate idol anime, which is K-pop.
I do love K-pop. And you know what? I do love Zombieland Saga. I would like... That's fantastic idol anime.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I always find that the songs are kind of lackluster in them.
Snow Glacier is really
part
good.
Of what takes me out of it.
I don't know. Like sometimes I enjoy sometimes the songs in idol anime. But to be honest, I probably like idol anime. I just have never watched it.
Same with sports anime.
Yeah, same with sports anime. Like, I know I'd probably enjoy it, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
I've watched the first 2 seasons of Love Live, like Love Live and Love Live Sunshine. I like the original one with the first band, but the second one is kind of meh. So
is Bocchi the Rock an idol anime?
No.
No.
Okay. Then.
I was gonna give you a bit of slack there, but not really.
Kratoast wants to know how unhinged is too unhinged.
How much tongue is too much tongue?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Jay.
I think on the pod, and feel free to like chime in, Cole. You don't have to just read the questions. I think that we try to keep it only slightly unhinged. Like, we're driving down the highway And maybe the trailer is not fully attached to the truck, but it's still attached with the chains. You know what I mean?
We like sometimes like when we don't see like we can go back into the right lane. So like sometimes we'll swerve into oncoming traffic just to like for a quick laugh,
just to feel something,
to feel something, and then like we'll quickly swerve back before we actually get hit by a truck.
Because like
I'd probably say that.
Yeah, like we like to dabble in the unhinged, but we try to keep it mostly just.
This episode right now has a good balance, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. You know, like if we're just rambling about
there
movies,
does get to be a point where we do have to like you'll hear us kind of be like, okay, let's continue on or something like that.
That's usually when I just babble on and on about Misato.
Or I just babble on and on about something stupid.
Or I just say anything at all.
Devin wants to know, who was your first anime crush? And this one's easy for me.
Easy.
Sakura from Card Captors. Because Pokemon was one thing, but I wasn't like into anything at the time. I remember like I watched Card Captors during like my awakening, you know, and that was like, oh, she's cute.
Sakura seems like a strange choice though, but
I respect
it. I respect it.
I respect it.
I'm sure we'll get people who are like, okay, yeah, I get it.
Oh no, I believe you.
I was like 12 years old, man.
No, for sure. It's just she's so wholesome and cute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like my classic answer is Misty. Was like like when Cole's kind of dancing around there. Those short shorts, man. That little crop top, red hair, just doing things to me as a 9-year-old boy. Yeah.
For me, did it specify anime crush?
Yes. I'm sure.
Okay.
It was your first anime crush.
So my first one was Dawn from Pokemon.
Pokemon's the ultimate gateway anime.
I can't even like tell you why now because like I don't remember what it was. But I think it was just like I liked long hair, and Dawn was like the first female companion that had like a longer hairstyle. Because like Misty's was like tomboyish with like the little side tail. May
she's spunky.
Yeah, May had like I think like a bob at the back, and then Dawn like had long blue hair. Yeah. And then also Tifa from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, nice. A classic waifu, all-time waifu, approved by the Italian Parliament. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about our lovely Usagi, aka Sailor Moon.
Oh,
classic.
I never really had a waifu thing with Sailor Moon. I always liked the other Sailor Scouts.
I was a Sailor Mars
Venus
guy.
And Sailor Jupiter.
They're all good.
I mean, they're all good except for Sailor Mars. Next question.
I see how it is.
From Devin again. What was/is your dream job? And why is it being a podcast host? I added that second part in.
Dream job. Independently wealthy.
That's not a job.
Financially stable and has no need to work, and I can just do hobbies all the time. That's my owner of.
Invented a product and just reaps the benefits from royalties.
Owner of a major social media platform such as Twitter or X.
Yes. Child of a emerald mine. That's my dream job.
If I were to go for a real answer, when I was a kid, I really wanted to be a game tester.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like a lot of people went through that phase.
Yeah.
If I'm shooting for the stars, like, I would love to direct movies.
Yeah.
I love movies. I love directing. Direction.
I would have loved to act in a movie. When I was younger, I was a big actor. As I hold up the skull. Very stereotypically.
Mike, do you have a serious answer? Or
honestly, like, I'm always been the type of person who I'm just kind of happy with what I'm doing. And I always view work. I've always enjoyed work, so I'm kind of happy with whatever I'm doing for work, as long as it's like keeping me mentally, I don't want to say entertained, but engaged. So as long as I'm not just like I could never work in a factory. That would kill me, I think. But like any job where I can kind of like use my mind to like solve problems and kind of, I really like what I'm doing now, actually. You can kind of like, you have a bit of a leash. You can kind of do your own thing. There's room for interpretation, your own. People trust you to make the right choice and to help them. That's kind of what I'm all about, yeah. But honestly, though, my real answer is legitimately just to be independently wealthy and not have to work and just do whatever I want.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Former lottery winner.
Current lottery winner.
I think I'd rather, if I had to, I'd rather do the J, what you just said there, where like you invent something, like you earned your millions, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you invent something and then you just reap the benefits of royalties.
Mike, when you win the lottery, I'm going to remind you of this and ask you to give me all of your money.
I am the least likely person to win the lottery because I do not gamble. But
well,
yes.
There's always a way.
Yeah.
What's your favorite non-weeb hobby? This is also from Devin.
Non-weeb hobby.
I mean, it's pretty easy for me. I mean,
yeah.
Like, I've got guitars behind me, playing music. For sure.
Probably pretty easy for me too. Oh, I can't dox myself as I hold up my fantasy football trophy. I really like football, like NFL. I love it a lot. I watch a lot of it. Partake in it. I discuss it quite a bit. So it's kind of just sports in general is probably my favorite non-weeb hobby. Or cooking. I love to cook.
So I feel like it's kind of iffy on whether or not this is weeby, but like I like wrestling. Like I like watching wrestling.
Oh yeah.
I mean, wrestling. It dabbles, but no, I mean, I don't think that it's weeby.
Yeah.
Like it's there are people who like wrestling but not anime, but there aren't many people who like anime but not wrestling.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Except for the both of you. Like I just like I love the I love the storylines. I love like the athleticism of it all. I love everything about that. And like the other one, just like watching cooking shows. Like I don't actually like to cook, but like Kitchen Nightmares is awesome. I used to watch MasterChef when I was younger.
I just like Triple D.
Triple D was a good one too. And then You Gotta Eat Here.
And Dives.
Oh
yeah, that's the Canadian version of Triple D.
Yeah.
I remember when they came to our city, they went to a restaurant.
Yeah, I remember they did that, and I've always wanted to go to
Red Top. Yeah, I mean that means nothing to nobody.
I've always wanted to go to that restaurant, but I've never gone there.
Oh, really? Take you.
Yeah. Let's go.
I've actually never been either.
Let's go right now.
Yeah, I know you and your old roommates used to go there all the time.
We used to go there for breakfast all the time. It was pretty good.
Let's go.
Okay, moving on because we got I got a whole other page here, guys.
Oh God,
yes, let's go. Got rapid fire.
Super Mexi, if you could cross over any anime character into a different anime verse, who you choosing? I'm going with Shinji into the most peaceful anime universe you could possibly imagine. I'm going Shinji into Yuru Camp because that guy needs a break.
Shinji into girlfriend.
No, too stressful. Yuru Camp. He just needs to go.
Yeah, but he's not playing the main character. He's just in the world.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He just needs to relax. He just needs to go camping with some cute girls.
No,
just camp.
Too many girls. That's so stressful.
No, I mean he's used to girls. It's the getting into giant robots. Shinji just needs to relax.
Put him into Gundam.
No.
Put him into Cole. Put him into Gundam. Do the crueler. That'd be even crueler.
I don't know.
Put him into Madoka Magica.
No, he's got to relax. Now you guys answer the question.
Oh, it's a tough one. This is not the type of question I do well with.
I'm trying to. You know what? Let's put Let's put Kirito into the world of Log Horizon.
I don't know if that's. I've never seen Log Horizon.
Log Horizon's just like another. It's an isekai generic. Where they're trapped in a video game.
He'll do well in anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the Turn A Gundam into the narrative Gundam or the Unicorn Gundam into the Evangelion world, so me and Cole can finally have our battle. Of which
the
one's
Evangelion
the
would win. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Next question from Super Mexi as well. What's an anime scene that lives rent free in your head?
Oh, I have an easy answer.
I got one
this.
quick.
Yeah.
You guys do? Okay, go ahead because I've got.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, the one that I actually think of on like a regular basis would be Irvin's speech from Attack on Titan in, I think it's season 2 or I think it's season 3 when they're like charging the Beast Titan. It's like a very famous speech. You'll see it in like TikTok edits and stuff all the time. It's great. It's the voice acting's perfect in both sub and dub, and it's just like an epic moment with like serious ramifications on things. It's just it does live rent free in my head. There's a lot of Attack on Titan stuff that lives up there.
Yeah. Cole, do you have one?
I've got 2 because I've got a meme one and I've got like one that lives in my head because I just like it a lot.
Okay, go. I want to think of a meme one, so go ahead.
Okay, the meme one is Brock running in the rain saying, "I turned my frying pan into a drying pan."
Yeah,
that does live rent free too.
Or the jelly donuts. Every time I make onigiri, I say, "Look, jelly donuts."
Yeah.
And then I mean, like, I'm struggling, but I have a giant Bocchi the Rock poster in front of me, so I'll say when Bocchi at the end of the show, she like breaks a string on her guitar and then she has to like figure out how to play her solo. So she picks up one of the sake glasses off the ground and like plays this sweet slide solo. Bocchi's great. Watch Bocchi, both of you.
I think we've both seen it, haven't we?
Yeah,
I thought neither of you finished it.
No, I've watched it.
Yeah, I also watched it. It's a good show.
Oh. I thought you guys haven't finished it. Jake, go ahead.
So for my meme one, I actually have 2 meme ones that kind of blend together because of the theme, and that's Midoriya or Deku from My Hero Academia morphing into All Might, going "Eat this." When he's talking about eating his hair, and then the other one is Soma feeding people his peanut butter squid.
Oh, that's a classic.
Two meme ones, and then my actual one is the genuine scene from Orgairu. Just like the whole like what it means to be genuine. What is an actual friendship? What is a real friendship? Just like all those themes, all this like what does it mean to truly understand someone or to be understood? Just like it's so interesting, such a compelling idea, and the scene itself, everything that leads up to it is just like so powerful and so great.
Last one here from Super Mexi. What 3 anime characters are you inviting to the smoke session? Yeah. So you're blazing with these 3 anime characters.
Who are we lighting up with? Oh, Cole just took a big hoot right there.
He just took a big.
I'm going Nazuna from Call of the Night.
Oh, dang, that's a good answer.
Yeah,
that's a good answer. Who's chill? Who's chill?
Yeah,
who's be good
chill?
Times?
I'm surprised you haven't gone Gojo yet, or Kakashi.
No.
I've been on the record. I don't think
Kakashi would be okay.
Kakashi'd be okay, but he wouldn't smoke. Gojo wouldn't. Gojo's like too full of himself to be someone you want to hang out with. Like even like the characters in Jujutsu Kaisen kind of think he's annoying. Weird answer. This is gonna be like a super bizarre answer. I don't think Jay's seen this, so he doesn't know who I'm talking about. But like Elma or Kobayashi from Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Elma would be great, or like any of the people from Wotakoi would be great as well.
Kobayashi would be a good one. I like that answer.
Yeah. Or like Elma would be good too. Like just because like you kind of have like just like you're adults, you just live in this crappy world and you're just kind of like taking a moment to enjoy a small thing. Yeah. The tricky part about this is like weed is like super illegal in Japan. So the real answer is probably none of these characters would do this.
Yeah. But I mean, they're here.
At the same time, I wouldn't, I don't, or would ever smoke partake. So,
okay. How about this? We each pick one. So I picked Nazuna.
Okay.
Mike picked, who'd you pick? Kobayashi or
Kobayashi? Let's go Kobayashi. Yeah.
Okay. And then Jay?
I'll go with Zoro from One Piece. I feel like he'd be like a very chill guy to just like be wasted in that way with. Like just be like completely gone.
All right. There we go. Okay. Threy Walsh wants to know, you find yourself in an anime apocalypse. What 2 weapons from any fictional property do you choose to defend yourself with? I mean, I'm going with an obvious one. A lightsaber. Hello. Super easy.
Yep.
Just
You
list
get
through
2.
anything. I know, but and then my second one would be how about like a nice roast duck from
Just a roast duck.
that movie with the roast duck.
What are you talking about? What is it? 2 weapons you want to bring with you to an anime world?
To an anime apocalypse, zombie apocalypse.
Zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with RX-0 Unicorn Gundam.
Okay, fair
Treat
enough.
me well.
Yeah.
And a Pokeball containing a Dragonite that I can ride on.
Okay.
And it knows Hyper Beam and Flamethrower.
Okay.
I want a Pokemon that knows Cut, so I can get through.
Dragonite can learn Cut, I think.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say like I would like have Palkia and a Master Ball because then I could just go to another universe because he's the god of space.
Oh, that's a good move.
And then I would probably also have can't have powers. It would just be weapons.
You can have the person, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if he'd listen to me, but like I was gonna say like Gias. I guess then I'll take C2 and then have her give me a Gias.
Okay.
Yeah.
Abstract answer.
Funny you bring a person into this because Kratoast wants to know, you find yourself in a zombie apocalypse. What 2 allies from any fictional property are you bringing to help defend yourself? I am going with General Grievous.
Okay.
And
General Grievous.
the Predator from Predator.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
General Grievous has 4 lightsabers.
non-anime characters? Is this?
It could be
It
just
can be from any
anything.
fictional
From
property.
any fictional property. Okay. As a zombie apocalypse, it's a tricky one. I'm bringing Satoru Gojo because he's just gonna destroy these zombies. No
And
problem.
at the same time, no one can touch him, and if no one can touch him.
And I'm gonna go with. Honestly, we're gonna bring her back into this. Kobayashi from Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. She's strong as heck. She can hold her own, and it should be fun to hang out with.
She's a dragon.
Yeah, and a maid. Get it?
Do you get it, Jay?
I do get it. Wait, I don't get it.
Okay. Jay, what's your answer?
I'll take Sid Kagano from Eminence and Shadow. Have him go all atomic.
Okay.
And then I'll also take you know what? Let's go with Doctor Strange. Take Doctor Strange.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
a good one. I like it. What is the best day of the week and why? Asks Bunny.
Well, you got to go back to.
Yeah, there's an episode where we talked
there
about
was a
this.
whole episode.
Yeah. For the record, though, for me, it's Friday because the high you feel at the end of the day of Friday is higher than any other high that you feel on any other day. That's my summation of why Friday's the best day.
I think it's a day that you will find out in that episode that we talked about it.
Got to go back to figure out what episode
go
that
back.
is.
You guys can't remember what days you picked.
No, I remember.
I think I said Friday too, but and the reality answer is like I work a Monday to Thursday shift, so Thursday is my Friday. So I say Thursday, but in truth I mean Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Zrecker wants to know worst anime take you have ever heard.
Jay saying Attack on Titan's bad.
I was gonna say the same thing.
People who
Jay's
hate Attack
SAO
on Titan is crazy to me.
Jay's Attack on Titan take.
I'm surprised you said that over my Guilty Crown take from years ago.
No, I like. You know what? Here's the thing. I will always support someone loving something. I will not generally support someone just hating on something just for the sake of hating on something.
I'm not hating it for the sake of hating on it.
Allegedly.
Sometimes it feels like people just see this really big popular thing. And I'm not saying this is what you do, Jay. It's just sometimes it feels like they see a popular acclaimed thing.
Yeah.
And they just got to take it down because it's those two things combined.
Yeah. I think a lot of people also do it because like they just like ruining other people's fun, and it's the internet.
I believe you. And I just don't support that mentality. Just let people enjoy their things they like.
Yeah.
Critiques are valid though.
Jay, do you have a?
The wildest take I've seen is that people think Attack on Titan's good. No, I'm joking.
It comes full circle.
The wildest take I've seen. That's a tough one. Like, I'm not one to like look at people going like saying something and being like, no, that's wrong, because like everyone's opinion on anime is valid because everyone sees things differently. I think like if someone were to say like, you're wrong for liking this show, then like I'd be like, okay, that's kind of like that. I don't agree with that. But like anyone saying like, oh, this show's bad or oh, this show's good, doesn't really. It's subjective, doesn't really bother
right?
me. Yeah,
see, it doesn't really.
Doesn't really bother me.
I've seen some wild takes though in my day.
Again, but, like the only real like takes that would really like affect me is if someone said like, if you like this, then you're wrong, right? Yeah. Or if you don't like this, then you're wrong, which I don't think most people or anyone in our Discord really would say.
You know what? Actually, I have a firm answer for this. Sorry to cut you off, Cole. It was my coworker at my old job who I was watching. I think it was Gundam Unicorn or something. This is coming up a lot in this episode for some reason. And I had my phone playing on the counter as I was working, like kind of doing the thing where you're half paying attention, half working or whatever. And he sees I'm watching. He's like, "Oh, is that anime? You're watching that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Isn't that just basically like porn, but they like cover up the bits with like." They cover them up in post animation, like post.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Why would they do that? What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like basically, it's like a hentai, but they just like draw clothes on them and then make them have conversations. Is what he was trying to tell me I was watching, and I'm like, what
isn't that anything
from?
then?
Yeah.
Like, what planet are you?
Well,
from?
I mean,
are you watching a movie? Aren't they naked with clothes on and they're having conversations?
Well, I mean, we're naked with clothes on.
Exactly.
Speak for yourself. I'm a never nude.
Yeah. The Anime Protagonist podcast is a porno.
Yes.
Okay, we're getting into the crazy stuff. Okay. So we've got a
rapid fire.
Let's rapid fire these bad boys. Yeah. Okay. Bunny wants to know, what is your favorite tattoo / piercing? If you don't have one, what would you want? For me, I always like the look of like a sleeve. For the record, I don't have any tattoos or piercings. I'm not a fan of pain. I always like the idea of like the look of like a full sleeve, you know, with look. Like flowers really and like stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah. Do you guys want to answer? Or?
Yeah. For me, I've always wanted to get the Joestar tattoo, like, or like the Joestar birthmark, like on my back.
Oh,
on my back, like right where
right on your forehead.
where all the Joestars have the birthmark, just to be like, I'm a JoJo.
It's a cool move.
Yeah.
Mike. Or the Berserk. I think Kratoast actually has this tattoo. The Berserk.
He has the band of the hawk symbol on his neck.
Is it the band of the hawk or is it the symbol of the suffering? He's got the
Berserk it is the symbol of sacrifice. You're right.
Yeah, symbol of sacrifice. That's it. Yeah. That's a cool tattoo.
Mark of sacrifice.
I don't have any tattoos, and I've said this before, and it's just because I can't find anything I like enough to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of where it is. Arm tattoos are awesome. Continue.
Yeah. Super Mexi wants to know, what is the funniest and most awkward moment between the three of you not on the podcast?
The time where I accidentally forgot to put pants on when we were recording.
That's on the podcast.
That's on the podcast.
Yeah, but I didn't mention it on the podcast.
Not on the podcast. I can
never remember what is on and what's off.
I threw up in Michael's basement once, but the two of you weren't there. Yeah.
I didn't even know you at the time.
There. Yeah.
Funny one came up. I don't know. I'm trying to think now, and it's making me think too far back. I don't have a good answer for this one.
Yeah, it puts me on the spot. I can't think of one. I don't, especially now that we're like trying to do like rapid fire.
Yeah.
I might come up with it in a bit though.
Yeah, we'll come back to it if we remember. If anybody remembers, shout it out. Thray wants to know what's the best font. For me, honestly, unironically, because I watched like a whole thing about how it was designed and everything, Comic Sans is endlessly interesting to me. It is, and apparently the font of Comic Sans is like one of the best ones for people who have dyslexia.
So Comic Sans gets like,
it gets
too much hate.
It gets too much hate.
Yeah.
It's a fine font. It doesn't look, I just don't think it looks professional, but that's fine. Doesn't have to.
I mean,
I like Impact because that's what we use for our YouTube thumbnails. It's a good font.
Yeah.
I am also quite fond of Papyrus. It's a nice font. It's the font that was used in the Avatar series. They just used Papyrus. Simple. There's a very classic, I don't remember, it's not Ryan Reynolds. Who's the other hunky male actor? He was just in Barbie. Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
He did a really funny skit where he just was like going insane because he figured out that it was Papyrus that he used in the Avatar poster. So that's my answer. Go watch that skit. It's funny. Jay?
I like the PlayStation 3 font.
I think
it's called Mata, Mata.
Like the one for Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's also used in Spider-Man.
Okay. Yeah.
I just like the way it's spaced out, the way the letters are formatted. It just like, it looks visually pleasing to me.
Next up, we've got another one from Zrecker. What manga do you love the most?
Manga.
I feel like I have it ordered on my Annie list where like Magi is my favorite, and like I'd probably still say it's my favorite, but like as weird as this is, the one I probably look upon more fondly is Real Life, which like I don't know if how that makes sense, but like I'd say Magi is my favorite manga, but Real Life I look upon more fondly.
I've got two answers, and one is kind of a goof answer, and that's girlfriend.
I feel like that's your real answer. That's like
no,
true to
that
your
manga.
Heart, though.
That manga, when it came out, I would read like the day it would come out.
Yeah.
Now though, the manga that I read the day it comes out is Call of the Night. I look forward to that one every week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really enjoy, and this is gonna be kind of a cheesy answer, but Berserk honestly is like amazing. It's fantastic. I look forward to when I get like the new hardcover volume, and you just like, it's great because they have it in this huge format and you can really like admire Miura's art. And it's just like mind blowing as a read. And then weirdly, I really enjoyed Dr. Stone, the manga of it's just Dr. Stone as a whole is great for me as well.
Yeah. And Boichi's a great artist too. So.
Oh yeah, that guy knows how to draw some good things.
Worst character design or motivation from Zrecker as well. And I don't know if those are two separate questions.
I feel like that's probably two separate things. Character design and motivation.
Character design.
I'd probably say the character design for Sanda, which is by the same author as Beastars. The way they draw humans looks very weird. Which is why their drawing of animals looks a lot better.
I'm going to get absolutely roasted for this take for character design, but One Piece character designs
I saw that coming from a mile away.
Are ugly AF. I'm sorry.
They're like iconic though, is the whole. That's what I love about One Piece character designs. Worst character designs for me, I'm not really super fond of like that late 2000s style that they did for a while there, where everyone's kind of like long and the lines are really bold. I'm thinking of Code Geass, for example. I don't really like the way people look in that.
So like the clamp design?
Maybe it's the clamp design I'm thinking of specifically, yeah.
What about motivation? What's a bad motivation?
I'm gonna
That's
say
a deep one.
I'm gonna say Asta wanting to be the Wizard King, just because like it's very clearly designed to be like generic shonen protagonist energy rather than like anything else. Like that series to me is the epitome of let's throw every shonen trope that works into a blender and see what works.
Going off of that, I'll go Goku for just like he just wants to just fight everybody who's strong.
Yeah.
It's kind of goofy.
I kind of respect that though, because they kind of like took it to the extremes where he's like sort of become a bit of a villain almost.
Right.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't have a good answer for this one, so I'm just gonna say, yeah, I don't know. Move on. Sorry, okay. I don't have a good answer.
Mexi wants to know if you were tasked with punishing one of your co-hosts in The Chair with any single anime, and whoever brings upon the most pain wins $1 billion. What anime are you rocking? What are you punishing us with?
I'm making Jay watch Overflow eyes open.
I'll make Cole watch High School DxD.
Okay. I will make Mike watch. I'll make Mike watch Overflow, eyes wide open, just a nonstop. With his wife behind him.
I thought you were gonna pick like some super long and like heavy, dry sci-fi.
Yeah,
that'd be the real answer to make me feel the most.
That would be better.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, no, I'm going with Overflow, and your wife is also in the room.
Ooh,
judging you.
She will literally murder me, so that's good.
So who's winning?
Probably me, because Shazana would literally beat me as I was watching it.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is an easy one. Mexi wants to know who touches the most grass out of the three of you. It's Mike.
It's Mike.
Me, obviously. Yeah,
it's Mike. It's not even. Speedy Boy 696 wants to know how many Legos can you shove up your bum. I had a Saturn V rocket made out of Lego in my living room. It was about 4 feet tall. The operative word here is had. Who knows where it went?
Lost in space, as they say.
Yeah.
It
went to the moon.
Went to its final mission.
I used to have Luke Skywalker's X-Wing in Lego, and who knows where that went.
Yeah, Mike, what Lego thing did you have that mysteriously disappeared?
You know how like when you were a kid, you had like that big play set of Lego, and like you just had like those like there's all those
just
like
a
random
loose box of Lego,
just a loose box of Lego, and there's like a bunch of bricks that you'd build on like that like big green platform. The green platform.
It's gone.
It's gone. Don't know where it went.
Yeah. Mexi wants to know, do any of you like big butts? And you cannot lie, your other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung? Interesting
that you'd ask this question. My answer is redacted.
Okay, Jay?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very interesting you asked this question. I don't really have an answer to that because I don't know the next line in the song.
Okay.
It's a song?
Yeah, Mexi, it's interesting that you ask that question, and yes. Next one, Threy, how many pennies do you have within arm's reach?
So somebody actually chimed in the Discord, and with the correct answer.
Yeah.
Mog came up with this one.
Yeah. We don't have pennies in Canada. We were the smart country and we got rid of them.
So I actually do have
Jay
pennies
doesn't even know
room.
what a penny is.
I have pennies in my room. But they're not within arm's reach.
Okay. So Jay's the closest one. I haven't seen a penny in, honestly, unironically, I probably haven't seen a penny in like months.
Hold on a second.
Not actually joking. I don't remember the last penny I saw.
I'm gonna go.
I think we're about.
I could not.
I think we're about to see our next penny. Jay, we've got an episode to record, so I hope you hear this question from across the room. Yeah. Frama wants to know: you're in a room with girlfriend, rent a girlfriend, and my first girlfriend is a gal. You have 2 bullets. Who do you shoot and why?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have returned, and I present to you a single penny.
Why do you have a penny? What are you going to do?
Congratulations, Jay.
Yeah, you win. Good job. Now you have to shoot.
This is now my most awkward moment.
That is up there for sure. We're shooting what? A character from Girlfriend, Rent a Girlfriend.
You're in a room with girlfriend, Rent a Girlfriend, and my first girlfriend is a gal. You have 2 bullets. Who do you shoot and why? For me, it's easy. Rent a Girlfriend, and my girlfriend is a gal because Girlfriend is unironically one of my favorite manga ever.
I keep alive Rent a Girlfriend because Girlfriend didn't do it for me, and I don't really know anything about the other one.
Jay, you got to pick the third one because
I guess I have to, but it's so unbelievably ecchi that it's weird.
See, that's why I made him watch Overflow because it makes him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
See, the thing about overflow though is like it's like
Jay, answer the question.
We need to move on.
Okay, I will keep girlfriend alive because that one that one would probably value the life that it had been spared.
It's true,
Nice.
actually. That's a good answer.
Threy wants to know, you got any games on your phone?
I do.
I do.
Honkai Star Rail, yes.
I do as well. I have
the Pokemon trading
the
card game.
Fate Grand Order.
I
Jay,
have,
what do you have?
Game Dev Tycoon and Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh, I didn't know you play that. That's a good game.
Nice.
You have Plants vs. Zombies on your phone?
Yeah, it was free.
That's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. Kratoast. Marry, kill each host. So yes, you that includes yourself. Includes
All
yourself.
three,
So
myself.
Jay, I'm you. Mike, I'm marrying you. You seem supportive, and I'm killing myself. KYS.
I feel like you've nailed it.
You're marrying yourself?
I'm marrying myself. I'm killing you.
Okay.
And I'm Jay.
All right. Nice, Jay.
I am f***ing myself,
Okay.
killing Mike, and killing Cole.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
Real answer coming out.
Jay's just jerking off.
Well, no. I'm
Frama
killing
wants
the
to
both
know
of you,
what
and then
is.
I'll go fuck myself.
No.
We get it. Frama wants to know, why don't my parents love me? Frama, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they love you very much.
See, anime was a mistake, Frama.
See,
Yeah,
here's the
anime
thing.
was a mistake.
Here's the thing. When a man and a woman love each other very much, it's a very beautiful thing.
Yeah.
True.
Which anime made you cry the hardest, and why was it Your Lie in April? For me, it was honestly, I haven't cried at an anime, unironically, but the closest I came was that one episode of Violet Evergarden.
Probably Violet Evergarden's my answer as well. Or honestly, Your Lie in April got me pretty good too.
It got me, but not as much as the Your Lie in April.
I'd say
Or the other
Makia
one.
is what got me.
You know which one almost gets me too?
What's
That episode of The Simpsons where Homer's mom comes and like he meets his mom for the first time in years, and at the end she leaves again. Oh,
you know what episode of The Simpsons gets me? The Do It For Her episode.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
What's your favorite dessert / food? For me, I don't know if they have this in the States, but they should. Nanaimo bars. Oh, so good. It's basically it's basically a brownie with on top of the brownie is like a yellow custard, and then like just a layer of
slab of chocolate. Yeah.
On top. Oh,
Yeah.
It's the best.
They have them at Costco up here. It's named after Nanaimo, BC, so I'm sure that they don't have
British Columbia.
British Columbia, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have it everywhere. It's usually a Christmas thing.
Yeah.
It's usually kind of minty too. A little minty.
Sometimes you can get mint ones. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah. I have them year round. But
I get them whenever I see them. Yeah.
It's a very common family thing we do where like we'll just have Nanaimo bars for dessert. But like for dessert, cheesecake's my favorite dessert. Just
cheesecake's elite.
I adore cheesecake. There has yet to be a cheesecake that I have not enjoyed. And then for like actual just food, Chinese food is like the best. Like I will devour Chinese food.
Now I want to go order Chinese food. Great.
Yes. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, thanks for that.
You're welcome. Glad I could
What was
help.
it? Best dessert and best food?
It says dessert / food. So
Okay. Best dessert. I always love an ice cream cake. And I just love ice cream in general. I know you guys aren't ice cream fans, but I love ice cream.
I used to hate ice cream cake because like I would always say I like ice cream, I like cake, but you put them together and it's like a
hurts my teeth.
Yeah.
It's me and Zaina always get that for like our birthdays. We'll get like a Dairy Queen Blizzard cake and it's just it's great. Yeah. And then best food, honestly, like there's a lot of really good foods out there, but ramen is pretty high up on the
Ramen's
list.
good.
Ramen's fried chicken, pizza, shawarma.
I think
shawarma.
Pretty high on the tiers.
Never had shawarma.
Indian food like butter chicken.
Onward.
Sorry, you're right.
Is
hot dog a sandwich?
No.
We'll get you shawarma, Jay. We'll get you shawarma. Hot dog is a sandwich.
Red
in my
top
books.
first.
Yeah.
I agree. If a sub is a sandwich, a hot dog is a sandwich.
Is a taco a sandwich?
No.
Okay.
It's the same thing though.
No. So your opinion is no, a hot dog is not a sandwich?
It is not a sandwich.
Okay, you're wrong. Next up, what do you think of the cube rule when dealing with these types of questions? So regarding the sandwich thing, the cube rule is basically picture a cube and then imagine the sides of the cube are the different sides of the bread. Mm-hmm. So like, in this case, no, it's too like, then you're getting into like everything's a sandwich because anything that has an iota of bread on it is considered a sandwich, which I don't agree with. Like by the cube rules, a pizza is a sandwich because the bottom layer is bread.
There's also like by certain definitions, like fried chicken is a sandwich.
No,
right?
Yeah,
like
no, then we're getting too wild here.
Yeah,
Mike's leaving. Well, I got another question here. Jay, it's like old times.
Yeah.
What
For
have
episode
we
100.
learned? Yeah, what have we learned about running a podcast during this journey?
Inviting Mike on was a mistake.
No.
Agreed, honestly.
No, I'm
Inviting
joking.
Mike on was probably one of the best decisions we made.
Yeah.
Unironically.
No.
What have we learned? Again, I think about this often. Like, I think about, like, what if we did a panel at some convention where it was, so you want to start an anime podcast? My big thing would be, I'd sum it up in one sentence is, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true.
It's ironic and corny, but like, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. You'll get good at it.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Onward.
I think, yeah, we all answered this one. Next one is from Orange News.
That's I forgot to give Orange News the green color. Welcome.
What do you guys wish
mailbag.
more people knew about each of you?
I think that we're all incredibly intelligent and handsome.
Speak for yourself.
No, I think he's speaking for all of us.
No, yes. Well, speak for the two of you then.
Okay.
I think actually my real answer is I hope through the podcast they get a sense of who we are and what we like in anime, and they can kind of use us as like a rubric or a scale that they can use to tell what they think about things, and that I think that if they could hang out with us, that we'd be friends. That's what I like. Yeah.
I'm not actually this full of myself. I do this for the podcast. I'm actually quite shy.
Oh, I am
with you guys. I am
absolutely like this in real life, and everyone who I'm joking.
Jay's borderline mute in person. If you don't know, if you're not comfortable. With you.
So it
unless
takes
he's
me
pitching woo.
Yeah, it
takes me a while to warm up to people in real life, and like if I don't feel comfortable around you. Or if I feel awkward, I'll just kind of like be on my own in the corner, just kind of doing my own thing.
Reading manga or novels on your phone.
Yeah. But like once I get to know you and we are chill, I'll actually we'll be fine.
Chill, next question. Also, quick Tetris tier block.
Tier list.
Tetris block tier list. Let's just say our S tiers and mine is the line. Line S tier, block S tier.
No, line's overrated. Line's overrated.
Line's the worst one.
You're wrong. It's so dynamic.
My favorite's the
fit
L.
It anywhere.
The L is S tier. Love the L.
No.
Cap.
It's the T block because like the amount of versatility T block can have. T spin is like a big thing in Tetris. Just like T block's the most versatile block in Tetris.
T block's an A, S tier is an S tier is an S. The line is an S because you can either fill up 4 or just 1.
Yeah, but like you need to be in a very specific scenario to get
works
the line
every
block
time.
to
You
work.
guys
and
are
then
wrong.
By far the worst
next
block,
up,
can we all agree, is the one that's like it's like a little staircase.
Yeah.
The squiggly. That's the worst block for sure.
Yeah.
What? No, the square is the worst.
No.
Next up is Threy. Where were you between the hours of 8 and 10 when the victim was last seen alive?
That's very presumptuous of you, Threy. Where were you? I saw you vent in electrical.
Dang.
It's true.
Caught red-handed.
Yeah.
Devin wants to know, what is the most interesting thing about each of your co-hosts?
Cole and Mike were in a band.
Silence. Oh yeah, we were in a band. Yeah.
Mike.
Jay went to school for writing, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Mike. I don't know.
I think my job is probably very interesting.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of things that aren't
he
like
works with aliens
without doxing it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They're both great guys, and that's very interesting.
Thank you. Onward.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, you didn't answer about me.
I did, yeah. Oh.
How many episodes until Jay's next rap? Another 100, I think.
Yeah.
I think another 100, yeah.
150. Like episode
150?
Episode 150.
Oh, okay,
I'll
so
do another
50.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
This next one's going to be interesting.
What song is currently stuck in your head? For me, personally, it's that Lolly God rap.
The meme that you can't escape.
I can't get it out of my head.
She's a VTuber, isn't she? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know who
Lolly
you're talking
God
about.
Requiem. It's just stuck. It's just stuck.
It's just there. It's just there.
Jay, what's in your head?
Aside from the rap that I sang earlier, was definitely me, not a recording at all. Aside from that one, How You Remind Me by Nickelback.
Oh, I like it. That's a banger.
Good tune.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one I'll say is Beach House by Carly Rae Jepsen. Great song.
Oh, nice choice.
Yeah,
nice choice. For me, it's probably gonna be Queen Card by G Idol. Is probably the song that's stuck in my head right now. That or probably just all of Twice's discography.
I'll also go Pop by
Neon.
Sosuke Mitsuba wants to know Pokemon Smash or pass, and it's all your favorite Pokemon.
Jay's either Greninja or Lucario.
You gotta pick one.
No, it's Suicune or Greninja. And pass on both of them.
Okay. Oh, okay, that was less fun.
Jay,
I'm gonna go Dawn Fan and Smash.
Okay, I'm going Mewtwo and Smash. I mean,
them
legs,
thighs. Oh,
thick
that
thighs.
thigh gap.
Hold on, Mike. What about Chandelure?
No, that's a chandelier, and it's not real.
Something's burning me.
Next up, how many ecchi anime does it take to turn someone into a full degenerate from Devon?
Okay.
Depends on the person.
First one, definitely not the first one because you're kind of a little still uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 3 to 4.
4.
Then you get too comfortable. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna say 5 or 6 actually, because then you're like fully comfortable.
Then you're going into Rule 34.
I think it depends on the person, because like, let's say you're with like your significant other and you're doing the sexy times with them. And then like after you're finished,
new most awkward moment of the podcast.
You go let's watch something. And so like you're still in that like sexy mood, but like it's not exactly the same. So but like you still watch that show, and like you're in the mood. So like you're still like, yeah. You're in what mood? The sexy mood.
Okay.
Yes, the sexy mood.
The sexy mood. Who would last the longest in a zombie apocalypse? Asks Mexi. Mike would. He's the one who's in the best shape.
It comes in with the touching grass. This is analogous to it as well.
Yeah. There's a bear chasing you 3. Which one is the fastest and lives, and who is the slowest and becomes bear food? Again, Mike is the fastest. He lives. And I am mauled by a bear.
No, I am mauled by a bear.
We're both mauled together. Yeah. Holding hands.
Cole shoves me into the bear as he runs away.
No, he helps the bear.
Yeah. Why do round pizzas come in square boxes? Logistics. You can't make round boxes.
Because the person who invented this sucked at the shape game when they were a kid.
Square, you know what? And square pizzas don't hit the same as a round pizza does.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna come up with an argument, but
properly somehow.
Yeah. I've got pizza sitting out on my counter. I'm gonna
order pizza after this because I'm starving.
How are babies made? When a mommy and daddy love each other very much and they're having sexy times.
It's a very
sexy
beautiful
times.
thing.
Watching High School DxD.
They're watching High School DxD and Overflow.
Yes.
What is the meaning of life? Asks Super Mexi
42.
Good.
Yes. Devin wants to know, does this smell funny?
No.
Hold on. Oh! No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay. Super Mexi wants to know, do you know what space movie came out in 1992?
It's not Space Jam.
No.
It's not.
No.
I Googled it.
Oh, no. We can't say it on the podcast.
We cannot say
This
it.
has come up on my This has come up on my TikTok. We cannot
You know what,
say this on the podcast.
Mexi, why don't you tell us what came out in 1992?
No. Don't
Actually,
tell us.
We don't want to ban you from the Discord.
No, don't tell us.
Yes.
And the last one is from Zero's producer son. With the current economic and political state of the world being complete shit right now, I just want to know, what do you think are the greatest anime titties of the season?
This is a fitting one to end on. Oh, this
best
season.
Of the season. I gotta look.
Yeah, I gotta look what's even coming out this season because I don't remember. You know what? It's got to be something from Eminence and Shadow. If I have to just give an
you know
initial...
what? I'm gonna go with Hakari from 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You.
Okay, that's true. You got Jay is the ecchi man, so yeah, you definitely.
I'm gonna go with Rika Hoshizaki from Girlfriend. Hello.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go with Delta from Eminence and Shadow season 2 because I just watched an episode of Eminence and Shadow season 2 and she was like practically naked for most of that episode and it was quite good. Yes.
Which one's Delta?
You'd like her. She's like basically a little wolf girl.
Eminence and Shadow.
I was literally watching it and thinking like Cole would probably if I were to get Cole into this show, this is the episode I would show him.
Are you caught up on it on Eminence and Shadow, Mike?
I am now, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's best girl. I don't even need to.
Beta's best girl, but I appreciate your honesty.
No, I mean Wolf Girl, crop top. Let's go. Hello. Yeah. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast. You can follow us on social media at AniProPod on everything. No matter where you're listening to us. Leave a like, review, subscribe. Give us a 5-star review, please. We really need it. And tell a friend about us. We are at 100 episodes. I think we can safely say we are here to stay. Join our Discord if you want to talk to us. Have a good time. And links to everything is at our website, AniProPod.com. Our Discord also has watch parties, games, chat, etc. If you really want to support us, why don't you consider joining our Patreon? You get an early episode, you get a bonus episode every month, extra vote in our votes for stuff. You get a special chat in our Discord, priority mailbag. You can be like these wonderful patrons: Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Brain Dead B-Dog, Super Mexi, Peach, Frama, Kratoast, and Just Juzz. Thank you all for supporting us.
And thank you to everyone who sent in messages, questions, anything that helped contribute to this episode. We really appreciate it.
You guys we also make the podcast who we are, right? So.
We also want to send a special thank you to Tokyo Treat for helping the podcast out as well. Links to Tokyo Treat stuff is also on the bottom. You can get 10% off your first box with the code
AniPro.
AniPro. Yeah. So we'll be back next week. Until we come back next week, we say, as we do at the end of every episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast.
And you can say it too.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Be a little weird if you're just like out in the middle of nowhere and then suddenly bye-bye.
No, do it.
Do it. Do it for us.
Like do
it for her.
Like Emperor Palpatine.
Yes.
Do it. Do it for her.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.